Hello, how is everybody today? How was everyone's weekend so far? Hi Tink, hi Ryder, Star, Wallace, Mary, Riot, Erica, and Zach. How are you guys? What's happening? Much better day today. I'm so glad. That's amazing. I'm so glad. Today, the last couple days have been pretty good. I have like a really bad headache this afternoon, but we are vibing, y'all. Hi, Cuckoo. Welcome on in. Hi, Closer. How you doing? I'm so glad to see you today. Happy Sunday, everybody. What's going on? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I am super glad to have you. Ooh, so the last couple days have been filled with DIY projects at home. We're working on projects around the house, which has been nice. It's been good that we have like downtime to do that. I'm super glad. Hello. So this morning, like earlier this morning, I painted, I'm spray painting some things for a light fixture in my kitchen, and I'm really excited. Yes, that's so great. It's a beautiful day. It's gonna be like in the 50s, and I can't wait for that. I know, right? I'm so excited. So like, I wanted like a really specific look for, so it's gonna go like, it's gonna hang underneath the cabinets that are above the sink, like the kitchen sink and stuff. And I couldn't find anything that I really liked. So any like light fixtures that existed. So we picked up a $20, like, it's like a socket. Basically, it's like a mount, and like it's got like poles that screw together, it plugs in. And then like the socket at the end of it, and then you can pick whatever like light fixture that you want. And I found this like cute circular one without the bottom on it. It's not like a wine glass shape, but it's really circular. And then I sprayed it with like clear chalkboard paint, so like it has like a frosted look to it because I couldn't find a frosted one. So I'm like really excited. And then I'm painting the light fixture itself like a gold color. So those have been drying since this morning. Hi, thanks Ray, I appreciate it. Yeah, I like woke up with I woke up and I was like sleeping really weird, and I somehow like managed to push one of my pillows out from under my head. And so, you know, when you get older like me, you know, pillows are important. Hi, right? I know, I'm so excited. I really like it. I'll have to snap pictures. I think I forgot to take pictures earlier. Everything hurts. Oh my God, it does. It does. Mary, I'm so glad to see you. How are you today? Also good to see you, Ray. Tink, thank you so much. 7 whole stinking months. Yes.
Yay, 7 whole months. Pillows are so important.
Oh my God, I love that. Thank you for a beautiful 7 months, Tink. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being a gorgeous addition to our community, my friend. You were amazing. Oh, you're 5 years older than me. You feel that, right? I know the way that I felt that. I love it. I have this silk pillowcase that can do wonders when it's hot out. It gets cold and stays cold easily. Oh, that's amazing. I used to have like, I don't think it was like real silk. I think it was more like satin. Like I definitely used to have a pillowcase like that. I should get some because it really does wonders for your hair, like, and your skin. It's amazing. I know, I love a nice cool pillow. Same. There's nothing like it, honestly. I agree. But I hope everyone's had a really good day so far. Despite my headache, I'm doing good. And then, but yeah, basically for around like $30 and like maybe $40 of like the spray paint colors and stuff that I picked out, I'm gonna have a new light fixture for above my kitchen cabinet. So basically what we're gonna be doing tonight, well, after it dries and everything, when it's ready to mount, it can like drill up, like basically there's a light socket that's like above inside the cabinet, so like way towards the ceiling. So we're gonna mount it and then like run the cord up in there, and then we'll be able to turn it on with a smart bulb. And I'm very excited. Hi, Grandma. How you doing? Not older than you? Chilly, like you. Oh, like yeah, get older like me and sleep through the pillow, through the day pillow or not. I know, right? Like sleep is so precious. Like, my ex-boyfriend used to call me princess because I have to have like very specific like blankets and pillows and like everything like that. I'm sure it just won't matter at some point. It's so useful when you live in California. You get to like 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, right? I bet that's amazing. I get it. Oh my gosh, I really want to show you guys the thingy, but later, not later, but like today we're going to be working on Vlad's house, and I still don't know how I want to roof this gosh darn house because it's getting really frustrating. Like, I'm a little discouraged, but we'll get it figured out. What's that sweatshirt? It says sensitive on it. It's Lil Simsy's merch. I think she just relaunched it again, maybe in like different colors or something, but it says sensitive, but it's Simsy, one of my real good friends. Hi, you're walking in the rain, zooming home gladly. I'm so glad. You know, sometimes a nice rainy walk can be nice. Is it at least like warm or is it pretty cold? You know? I feel you. Let me just a sec here. I want to pull up the... like the whole light fixture that we have. It's like not a socket, it's like a fixture. I have to have my specific pillow to sleep, and I totally get it with my eyes. I have to sleep in a specific way, so my pillows are a must. Oh, I bet. Do you have to like sleep face down or something right now? I know that like one of my mom's really good friends, she had surgery on her eyes or something at some point. I don't remember exactly, but she's having a lot of problems with her eyes. She had to sleep and like lay face down. Basically, she couldn't like do anything for like 18 hours a day, and she just has to like lay down, like face down or something. It was like a really, really long time, for like a month or something. I can't remember exactly like what time frame and stuff it was, but you know, it was pretty bad. I've been in the street all day, my most because I have, you've been sleeping all day because you went to bed late last night. Oh my gosh, I hope you have a good day though, Hal. When is the Halloween shell? It is this week, Enamel. It is going to be the 19th and the 20th are the tours. So those are coming up real quick this week. Tomorrow we're gonna do pumpkin carving. And then Tuesday, I'll be live early to watch the Sims Summit stream. And I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm super anxious about that. But how good to see you. Hi, Luke, I'm doing good. Welcome on back. Oh no, nothing can touch your eyes. Oh, is that like a certain amount of time? If you don't mind my asking, I'm curious, I'm sorry. You don't have to answer, of course, but I'm just curious. Oh, my Lanta. I love that you figure out this thing giving, what is wrong with Google, right? Like, especially since I know what, you know, like that you use Google Translate to talk, like, especially since I know that I can kind of like understand, you know, what you might be trying to say or that, you know, there's going to be some like things that don't quite make sense. It's because Google Translate doesn't like catch everything sometimes, you know? I don't know. I can't find like the light fixture, but it was like $20, and then I got like a glass. I wonder if I can find that easier. I really want to show you guys because I'm painting them and I'm excited. It's like a glass light globe, but it doesn't have a bottom on it. Oh, it's like this one. It was like, okay, it was like $15, but still I'm very excited. So they didn't have one that was like frosted. And so I bought like a chalkboard spray, because you can use like a spray paint like I did. You can use etching stuff or something, and like I just opted for the chalkboard, like the clear finish. So I'm pretty excited for all that. And I'm making my own light fixture because I painted the one gold. I know, I'm excited. All for like probably around 40 to 50 bucks. I have a kitchen light fixture now above the sink. I'll like take pictures later and I'll post them to Discord, and I'll probably show you guys tomorrow because I can't. I'm excited. Hi, Caroline. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Hi, Mick. Good to see ya. I'm pretty headachy today, so I'm gonna do my darndest to stream, you know, 3 to 4 hours like I usually do, but we're gonna hang out and we're gonna vibe and we're gonna go with the flow today. Hi, Captain Tony. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? I'm super glad to have you. Hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. We're about to get our happy little booties into The Sims 4. Do some of that stuff. Because we're rebuilding Vlad's house. Like we're using the shell, so I can't really move a lot of the walls and stuff, and I'm having a heck of a time trying to figure out how I want to roof this thing, because when I tell you that I have zero idea how I want to do this or how to roof this thing properly without like having all these weird like little pits and stuff, like where rain could theoretically collect, like it's a nightmare. I'm great as babysitting for the day as an indoor playroom. 2 wonderful high energy kids earned good money by my playing. Oh, and having fun is pretty great. That is, I love that, Caroline. That's so special. You know, I still remember the babysitter that we had when we were younger, because there was like a young teenage girl that lived below my parents when they still had like a little apartment, like as a house, but it was like an upper level and a lower level. I still remember the girl that like lived below us and used to babysit us. Thinking of getting this sweater a long time, but a little bit unsure in the size, and yeah, because it's on the internet, I don't want to take the wrong size. Right, I know, I feel that. I always try to go to size up, but that's always kind of tricky too, you know. Do you have anything to wear to help with blue light? I have very light prescription that relaxes my eyes, but you can get over-the-counter ones that are designed to help with blue light. I look at computers a lot and I've had habit clenching my jaw, so the glasses are useful to you. I don't have anything that I wear to help with blue light. I personally don't have any problems with it, but I do know that a lot of people swear by the blue light glasses and stuff that you can do. But nope, I don't do anything that I wear or doing anything like that I have to like use. Fortunately, I'm with that. Yeah. It's the only thing that I know about. I also know if they don't bother you, most computers, especially if you're like on Windows nowadays, they have like screen yellowing programs and stuff, and like dimming that can kind of help with that, so it's not so harsh. I don't know, back in the day, I used, like before that was like really a thing, I used to use a program called Flux. I think it was like Flux or something. It was like a program for your computer. And I used to use that like a long time ago. I haven't used it in a while. Yep, this is it right here. Flux is the best, right? I'm surprised that it, like, I guess I'm not really surprised, but I'm like, wow, it still exists. You can even get it to like adjust the warmth based on like sunset and things on your time zone and everything, which is really cool. I changed the settings to make a screen more orange. Yes, exactly, Elise. I have 3 screens at work and I swear by it. Yep. Exactly, because you can totally do that. A lot of like computers have that now, like integrated. I have all that set up. I was asking more because when you have headaches and wanted to make sure you weren't pushing us. Oh, no. It's purely just weather. Like we had like a stark drop of like the pressure and stuff. And then my old body's like, but what if headache? But thank you though. Yeah, it's not really due to like blue light things. I've been at my computer a fair bit this weekend, but not like a lot. I earned almost 100 USD for babysitting today. Oh my God, that's amazing. Got free dinner and snacks. That is really sweet. Oh my God, I love little families like that though. They take good care of you. I stinking love it, honestly. How about that setup though? Amos, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you. Thinking of getting this sweater. So really, Hal, right? I have not gone like actual clothes shopping in a while because I think I bought like a t-shirt from Shella, and then I bought like this merch, and then I have like a couple of sweaters and like some tank tops that I bought at Walmart for like little flannels, but that's it. That's really all I've purchased in the last like 2.5 years. Darn it, you know, I need more clothes. I do. Aw, hell, thank you. Yes, I'm young, but like I joke about being old. Us in the Midwest have been dealing with headaches and body aches badly because our weather went from like 80 to 34 degrees in a day. Yup. It's really a lot of the like stark drops that kind of just punch me right in the face most of the time when that happens. I get it. By the way, Wednesday and Thursday of this week, you guys, we are working on some shell tours. So I hope you guys will come along for those. If you guys want to check it out, it is a Halloween themed shell. Do this week, and then we're gonna do another one. You guys have been talking about like what the heck is it called? Another broken shell. You love the parents, love the kids. Parents genuinely care, and the kids are so socially intelligent and funny. Oh, and easygoing kids as well. That is really good deal. Oh my God, I remember I've heard about like really nightmarish situations with nannying. Cider that has some cute sweaters that I've looked at though, not any. You've not bought any, so I only know what I see. Right? Yes. I know there's like a nice department store in the area where Michael and I want to go look at things because they have like a nice clearance area. And I'm like, yes, sign me up for that stuff immediately. So y'all, this is kind of what we're looking at. I have honestly been just so up in arms because I do not know how I want to like roof this. I was like, oh no, I've been thinking about it. Nerd, 37 months. That is so stinking cool. Thank you so much.
Frine hi bunnies, frine scream onies, frine hi bunnies, frine scream onies, frine Tammy 37 months, what the butt. Ilian the bean Niggerton.
Did you hear the way that he said that? Like that tickles me. Nerd fart, thank you. That's what it sounded like. Nerd, thank you so much for 37 months. That is honestly incredible. Thank you for being here. That is a hair over, that's like a month over 3 years, I think. Shut the front door. I can't even deal with this. I can't. Thank you for being here though. I really appreciate you. Tier 3, way above and beyond. I hope that you are having an amazing day, my friend. Oh, this cold Sunday, all snuggled up with the baby and watching you build. I love that. So it's gonna be like me messing with this roof today. I'm self-conscious about this. Like, I know, like it'll turn out good. And then things will finally click once I get like a key piece. But I swear, there is a special place and a very warm place for the gurus who made this build. Orchid Simmer, thank you for the follow. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. A very special place in a warm spot. Just joking, of course. But also, if you're new here, by the way, my name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her, and I am glad to have you. It's my day off and I don't work till 9 p.m. on Monday because the floors are getting a coat of wax, and then I have the rest of Tuesday off. Oh my God, because it's overnight. That's good. So that's not gonna be bad. Sometimes like intermittent third shifts are really nice though, I will admit. What did this house look like before? Oh my God. So it's like, Mary, do you know like the basis of like how I think you might know the basis of how I'm handling the builds in this game, right? I think I want to say that you do. For like the renovations at least. I am oh, I might have an idea. Maybe. Yes, you do. Okay. So it was like this, and then in the back area, like the backyard, they straight up had like a deck that just had nothing over it or on it. They're just like, I don't know how to roof that. So then they just didn't. And then now I'm coming in here like, yeah, we have to use the original builds the way that they were. Blah, 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 blah. And then now I'm a joke, basically. But this is what the front of it looked like. And then this is like a part over like an open deck on the back. I like pain a lot, apparently. So this is what we're doing. Mother, please help me. Mother, please help. Oh my goodness. So I kind of want to like move this part in so it's not super square. But then I also kind of like it. So maybe I'll just leave it. We'll figure it out. But this is what we have at the moment. I just stripped everything down and re-roofed it. And then now I'm over here like, is this really what I want to do with this part? We'll find out. So I'm going to start my recording. All right, so we have these pieces that we've kind of messed with, right? Oh. Yes. Okay, so we have like the ceiling part here now. I wonder, I've been thinking, I don't think it's gonna work, but like, you know, if you look at like the Vitor household somewhere, I don't think you can really see it from here. Actually, you can. See how they have like the hipped roofs and then there's like a flat spot kind of on the top? Yes. Oh my God. Wait, did you guys see? I posted that in Discord, the loan forgiveness thing. Isn't it? Honestly, I was like, this is too good to be true. This is too easy. I don't like this. But all jokes aside, if you guys live in the United States and you are looking for the student loan forgiveness stuff, sorry, words are hard. Student loan forgiveness, they are now accepting the applications and everything. So if that's something that you want to do or you need to do, then I posted the official link in Discord too. Oh, it seriously just went. I know, it's so easy, wasn't it? I was like, that's it. Like, it literally took me like 3 minutes to complete. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to do like proof of income or anything. You just enter like your social security number, your email address, and like your address or something, and that's it. Dunzo. For student loan forgiveness. Dang it. I was thinking that I'd be able to do like a hipped roof thing. Where in the Discord is under announcements. It is the official website. I pinky promise up and down for that one. So it's at announcements. It's like way at the top, pretty much under info board section. There's like a little drop down section. Isn't that exciting? Son of a biscuit, guys. I'm about to make this a flat roof. I'm just kidding. I'm not about that with this type of house, but also kind of tantalizing though. And then I wonder if I could do like a little octagonal shape. This might be kind of fun. Bring this in a couple clicks. Would you look at that? And you are very welcome, Ryder. I'm really glad to help you. That is what I'm here for, honestly. Like doing that kind of stuff for you guys. Like keeping you guys like informed to a point, especially if there are things that I know like concern you guys a lot. I love doing that for y'alls. I do wonder if I could kind of use like a half-hipped roof piece or something. I don't know. I have a feeling that I'm probably just going to be stuck with like whole hipped roofs. Hi, Crafty. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Nice to meet you. My name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her, and I really like The Sims. We are currently trying to renovate Vlad's house, and I don't know what I'm doing. But oh my God, I might have just figured something out. Oh my God. Hi, Meg. How are you? Welcome on in. I'm really glad to have you. That'd be hilarious. Really a Victorian, super modern platformed flat roof, or vice versa. Really modern house with a really ornate roofing, right? That's what I'm saying. Well, like how tempting that would be. You know, at this point, this house is going to become my 13th reason. Did I just kind of maybe figure it out? Not really. It kind of looks stupid. What if I did this? Like a big dormer thing. I wonder if I could do like 2 of them and go like extra pointy. Oh, you're very welcome, Ryder. I'm glad. See, I'm glad I could help you. For reals. That is what I'm here for. Thanks, Mary. Had a vision of what paving rope around the octagon. Oh, like rope or something? Ooh, that'd be interesting. You know, it'd be kind of cool though. So I know sometimes you can do like this kind of stuff. So you can use like these half-hipped roofs to make these look like they're attached. And I feel like they'll look less weird if I do it this way, perhaps. I could even like bring it in a little bit more if I wanted. Because I think these ones are decently shaped though. I don't want to put it. Like, I think they may be shaped differently. I'll go like this, and maybe I'll bring the eave out a little bit. Not me like full considering dropping this down a little bit more. Cause see, this is with a half-hipped roof or half-hipped roof, this is how you can get this part to look like it's like completely attached, you know? We'll see. I know, right, Wistia? That's what I'm saying. I'm like about to be like put into a fit of rage over this house, but I think I might be onto something. Knock on wood, like knock on wood super hard right now, but hear me out. I might be onto something. Okay, I don't hate it though. I hope you're doing good as well. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate that. So I don't want that be a thing. Kind of okay. Middle of swapping devices and you look like you're giving yourself the side eye from the other screen. Honestly though, that's a mood. Oh, glorious goodness. Okay. All right, I wonder if I could do like the little half-hipped thingy over here on this side, because we talked about maybe doing like an actual dormer, but the half-hipped thing might be kind of cute. Maybe. Go stand up and get myself something to eat because my stomach is growling like crazy. Oh my gosh, yes, please do go get something to eat. Please do. Take care of yourself. We had biscuits and gravy for breakfast. That was really good. Michael, that's usually kind of like our Sunday thing that we do together, is we make biscuits and gravy. Okay, but this is cute though. All right, y'all. Ads are gonna play in like 11 seconds, but I think I'm actually onto something now. Like, I think I really like the way this is looking. So let's see how wrong I am. I'll be back in about 90 seconds. Thanks for supporting. Ads are a free way to support your favorite content creators, and I will pause and I'll be right back. So pausing is a big thing because I don't want you guys to miss stuff. And since ads are gonna play, I like to give you guys that pleasure of feeling seen or feeling cared for in that way. I have like this super love-hate relationship with this house right now. I actually kind of like the way this roof is turning out in the back. And then, so we have like those octagonal pieces. I feel like I might be able to cap them with some like dormer pieces or something. True story, every Christmas we have biscuits and gravy at my grandparents' house, and Christmas morning is a very fond memory of mine. My granddad passed away in 2016, and since then we haven't done it. I made a point, even if by myself, to have biscuits and gravy on Christmas morning. Aww. I'm really glad that you're doing that though. That is so sweet and very hard. So like one thing that my dad cooked really well over like Thanksgiving meals or like holiday meals kind of thing are clover rolls. So they're like little dinner rolls, and you basically divide the dough, and when you put them in like to muffin tins, you put 3 balls in it, and then they look like little clover, like lumpy bumpy rolls kind of thing, and they're really good. It's like a really simple bread, but it's just the way that it cooked. It's really nostalgic to me. And then his potato soup. So my brother's really been craving potato soup, and he had written down the recipe for my brother, but my brother like lost it and stuff. So we are kind of in the middle of like, my mom kind of remembered bits and pieces of the way my dad made his potato soup, and I know like a couple of key components of the way he did it, but it's like the ratios, you know? because Dad had that stuff down to a science. So I want to make some potato soup soon. I cried this last year. Oh, my parents are far away. My brother is far away and I couldn't have anyone for Christmas. My boyfriend is home, but it wasn't the same. Exactly. No, I get that. It's not the same. I really do. Oh, I understand you. You know, Christmas morning visits just aren't the same without my grandparents. Because like as the years went on, they like slowed down, and like when I grew up, we used to live in the same town. Also, I'm back from ads. Thanks so much for hanging. Like they would always come visit Christmas morning or like several times in the week of Christmas type of thing. It's like they just be there. And I get it. Christmas just isn't the same without them. Big reason I'm moving, I can't go another year without my mom and dad. Yup, nope, that is a very valid reason. And I'm really glad that you're moving though. It's really good. It's difficult, but I'm glad you're making those changes because that time is something you can't get back. And I'm glad that you're making time for it. Okay, I kind of want to do like, I see where I'm going with this. Oh no, I can't make it taller. I can't see, these are just so big though, and then they like take everything over, and I don't know if I want that because I want to add like some pieces to this. You got school tomorrow on. Oh, I just had your study weekend. I don't want to go. Oh, I feel that. I understand it. I hope that the school year goes by quickly for you though. I do. Being grown up and going to university, it does. Amen to that. Tanisha, can you say that louder, please? I don't want to be a grown up. I don't wanna. But the way that I felt that, me, a whole heckin' 30-year-old with like a house and like a life, like I don't want to grow up. No, I don't want to do it. I want to go back to the other, what was it called? Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. What's it called, you guys? The free trial. I would love to go back to the free trial. Thank you. Okay, but I actually don't hate these though. What do you guys think of my like very interesting looking tower things? Like these. I don't know. Crafty, roofs are difficult. I usually just ignore them and make easy ones. You're doing great. Thank you so much, Crafty. I'm like so adamant to get this to look cool because like, oh my God, we're working on a save file, by the way. Also, welcome on in. Let's see. Thank you so much for the sub. You're so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome on into the Beanie Weenie Club, my friend. I am super glad to have you. Thanks for being here. So working on a save file, and I am so gosh darned determined to make sure that this thing, like all of these builds look super cool. The coolness may be questionable though sometimes. Oh my God, Pandora. Pandora, welcome on back. I hate this. I hate it on this one.
Holy butts, almost 2 years. Love ya.
So crazy.
Reinhardt.
I love you too. Thank you so much for being here. 23 months. And with you, welcome on into the Beanie Weenie Club. I really appreciate that. Thanks for all of your love and support. Just hanging out. Tanisha, why didn't your message go through? Sometimes Twitch flags words called short shirt, stuff like that. I don't know. I can't see what it was. So I'm not really sure what it was, but sometimes there might be a word that like was flagged because of that reason. I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. But it wasn't anything that you necessarily did per se. It's just the way that Twitch kind of is twitchy sometimes. Hi, Olives, welcome on in. Let's see, thank you. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a part of my day. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of yours. All the same. Oh, you said that. Oh yeah, that is unfortunately a word that is not considered family friendly. So that did get flagged, and for some reason I didn't see it on my end either. But that is a non-family friendly word technically, because we are a family friendly community. don't know. Like, do I want to do like very, like some tilts to these? I think that would give it more shape personally. Because I usually wait a little longer to do it, but these are so cool. Oh, no worries, Tanisha, you're good. I know that every community kind of has its own, like their own preferences or like things that they just do differently, and no harm done. I never get offended if someone breaks a rule, like once, because they, you know, sometimes they just don't know. There's no harm in that. Hi, Connor, how are you? Welcome on in. I'm really glad to see you. How you doing today? Oh, honey, I think this is looking cute. What are you guys thinking? Do you guys like my roof? I want it to look dastardly and yeah, as possible. I don't know. You love that roof? Oh my God, it's kind of coming together. I'm just ignoring the fact that I don't know what I want to do with this side, but it's fine. We don't talk to her. Oh, what if I did that? No, I like it pushed in a little bit because I think it looks cool. My cold, oh no, your cold turned into a stomach bug. I'm really sorry. Gosh darn it. That's just the worst. Well, hey, I really hope you feel better. Oh, don't do this to me. I'm very sad. It's saying like invalid roof intersection thing. Are y'all seeing this? Can I make you bigger? I wonder if it's because like, I wonder if I could make it bigger that it would like let me. Maybe I'll try. Because this is like a 2 by whatever. I am very upset. How come I can't get this to work? Like, where should I set it? Oh my God, I don't know what I want to do, you guys. Hello? All right. So apparently it's like here. And then apparently I can't move this way. I'm so confused. Like, why won't it? Where is it not letting me do this? Is it this one? I'm gonna move you over. Let me in. Are y'all seeing that? Like, Norm, I've done things like this 1,000,001 times, and I don't know why it's not like centering it this time. I am very confused. Is it because it's not this way? Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make sense either. I am super confused, you guys. Really. Okay, I'm gonna move these all out of the way. Like, I'm gonna take all these down. And then I'm gonna see. Hi, Bubbles. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Sorry I missed you. I was like, I'm super perplexed by this entire thing. I don't know. Definitely took some info last night playing Sims. Spent the whole hour I played working on the roof and I'm still not happy with it. Right? Oh, seriously. I feel you, the Wispia. I do. I know. It's like I found a bug or something. I don't think it's a bug, but I think it's just that like the house isn't on a proper diagonal. So like when you do this kind of thing, I think I have to move it just a little bit. But I'm so excited. You got your stickers? Thanks for letting me know. That's amazing. See? And it's not working. I don't think I can even do this either. Like bring in my eaves. I'm a big sad lady. Maybe I could try this. Okay. I'm gonna bring these ones in. And then these ones will come out maybe. Because like I can get this one to fit. Or not. Okay, let's try this. Huh? winner. Did you see that? I'm a winner. I connected the eaves. I moved, so I didn't do it in like this, but I moved the eaves in. I'm the winner. I'm the best. I'm just joking, of course. I'm really not, but I'm so excited. Okay, that doesn't look bad though. Like, I don't hate this. Like this whole piece. So now the question is like, do I want to do the same thing on this one? Because this one is bigger. And I might like do this out twice, so then this one can still center on that, and then push it down a little bit, so we can still have like that same general shape and stuff. You actually love the way that looks? I know, I really like it too. It's fun. And then we're gonna do more. I'm gonna add more pieces with like more swooping parts, but we're on to a good start, a good baseline. I feel like if I added all those swoopy whoopy bits like here, I feel like if I did this, it would be too much, right? Like on both of them. You know what I mean? I feel like that's just not gonna be good. And then I could even like go boop, 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 like down a little bit. Hi, Willow, I'm doing good. I really hope you're doing well as well. Thanks for stopping by. What's happening? So I have like those, and then I could do like these little pieces. That could be like in, maybe they could be out a little bit more. Oh, you know what would actually be pretty cool? If I like alternated them differently. So if I did these ones out on the edge instead, and they're like out. Are you guys tracking me? I think you might be. So like, it's opposite this one, maybe. I might have to make it a little bit bigger though, perhaps. Or forward a little bit more. Like that, I think is gonna be good. But have you seen what I've done? They're opposites. Hi, Tootie, how are you? Welcome on, Ed. I hope you're having a good one. Thanks for stopping by. You're good, had a nice chill day. Good, I'm so glad you had a nice chill day. Yep, today I have, oh God, I have a pretty big headache today. But I'm doing all right. I got to hang out with y'all. I'm still figuring out like what the heck it is that I want to do with this whole piece. I think I'm onto something with this. When did that, oh, touch a truck with the little boys. So now chilling. Oh, that's so fun. Sounds like a really good day. We were working on some like little DIY projects and stuff over the weekend, over the home, like across the house. So we, oh, did I just figure out how to roof this? I think that looks good. What do you guys think of the double towers though? Should I just like do only one of them? Maybe like the one? Because I feel like both of them plus the top part is weird. Like that's too much. My stream is all blurry. Oh no, is it the buffering thing or something? So. Hi Peach, how the heck are you? Welcome on in and thank you. Yes, Willow, this is a Lil Simsy hoodie. It is. I love Kayla. Y'all know that. Oh my God. Love that girl. You say embrace it, right? Like, I feel like this is actually, did I actually figure out how to freaking roof this house? I struggled. When I say that I struggled, y'all, okay, so I am gonna try one other thing though. I don't know if it'll actually work, but it's really not that big. So I'm gonna try to take a half-hipped roof to see if I can connect it properly to the other one. I know, I really like that as well. I love it. I love it too. So you saw how that weird little piece kind of came off the back. I wonder if I could do this. Like, I wonder if I could get this to look okay. This may take a little bit of adjusting, but I'm playing with it because the other way did look okay, but I think this could look more okay. You know what I mean? You kind of seeing me? Oh my God, wait. If I could even like bring this in just a little bit. Oh, honey. Yes. Thank you so much. Biggest pain. This is beautiful. Thanks, Peach. Oh my God, this is a renovation of Vlad's house. So like I have to deal with the walls that they gave us in the actual game, you know? And I wanted to like cry. Welcome on in, Peach, though. I know, I think that's it. See the half hipped roof, and then I can like do a slight adjustment with this baby right over here. Like, I wonder if I could just get this one to come in here. Oh my goodness. I don't hate this. I could even like go like that just to like further hide that if I really wanted to. It says sensitive. Oh yes, it says sensitive. It does. It's all backwards because of like my webcam and stuff. I'm so excited. I'm just playing around with this a little bit more. You need that? Oh, it's so good. It's comfy. It's really soft. All right, so we have like this. And I don't hate that. Hold on. So I know that other piece looks good, right? Like the half gabled. But I'm gonna give this a whirl and see how something like this looks. Nope. Hate it. Not even a little bit. Okay. There we go. Cause see that one part? Cause the way that I could like mesh that in, like I could go like this. There we go. I think that actually still looks really, really good. I'm so excited. Okay, I do want to mess with a little bit of the shape though. Like I might give it a little bit of a rounded part, and same with this one. Oh my God. I actually love this. Playing Pacify. All right, have fun. Thanks for stopping by, Tody. I am gonna like flare those bottom parts a little bit more because those are really cool. And then if I do that, it means I gotta like do a little bit of something here too with that whole roof part. Oh, I wonder. I do wonder if I could do something here with these. If this is making sense. I do like them kind of the same, so maybe I'll just kind of like tone it down a little bit and then do like a little bit of work like right there. Okay, I actually think that looks really cool because I was hiding that one little piece. Yes, okay. The fact that we actually kind of got something figured out for this roof in like pretty easily, honestly, all things considered, is kind of a mystery to me. Because the way that like when I tell you that I was struggling with this, I had no freaking idea like how I was even going to begin trying to use this house. Oh my goodness. Ooh, wait, okay, shoot. I've got some adjusting to do on the edges of here. Yep, we got some sneakies. That's okay. Beautiful. I know, we freaking did it. And there's still more like pieces to adjust as well. So it's really not done, but we are honestly on to something. Like, look at that. And then I don't like that part. Yes! Oh, so blue wants a burn. What have I got for you today? What do we have? So how is everyone's day so far? Ooh, blue. I'd slap you, but that's animal abuse. I feel so mean. You guys like ask for the burns, but sometimes they do get a little specific. And then I feel really bad. Ah, this is making me so stinking happy. Wait, there's something off about this one. Oh, it's the eaves. Okay, that's what it is. There we go. Long-term gameplay in The Sims. The way that I like to handle longer-term gameplay is zazzing it up with different challenges and stuff. So just finding something, you know, don't force yourself into gameplay just because you feel like you should be playing. Try like a build challenge, try like a different gameplay challenge, have different families that you rotate between, you know, like you can do so many things. Yes, Vlad, that was the burn. Or what was the burn? Oh, I said, I'd slap you, but that's animal abuse is what I said. That is what I said. I'm gonna build the ceiling on that though. So I need to do something with this roof. Like I really didn't mind what we had there. I don't know. Yes, Emmy. Okay, see, you get it. You can sit with us, Emmy. I'm really glad that you said that because Culver's is next tier. Amazing. And welcome to the club. I love that. Hi, Lady Star. How are you today? Welcome on in. Hi, lady. Oh my God, lady, I figured it out. I figured out the roof. I feel unstoppable today. All right, even despite having like the biggest headache known to man right now, like I still feel unstoppable at the moment. And I am gonna make that like my whole personality now. Also, one thing. I want to make this roof look like it connects to the back of this, but I don't think that I could do that with this angle. I'm not gonna bother. It's fine. It looks good the way that it is. Angel, hey, welcome on in. Speaking of different households, I'm gonna have different houses to play with, but I'm going to make them through the family I start with, and if you know what I mean. Yes, definitely. I totally understand that. That's a good way of doing it though. Made some apple butter the first time today and it turned out so good. I'm letting it cool a bit and I'm going to start canning it. I'm so jealous. I want to learn how to can. Like I know I can, but also I'm very excited for it. Because I want to do like eventually when I kind of get more established with like my garden and stuff, doing like pasta sauces and salsas and all sorts of stuff. Like, and I am so ready for that. Okay, so I can't really do these here. I can't do that. All right, that's just gonna have to be the way that that is. But one thing that really bothers me about this is this. I'm gonna do, oh no, all my packs are reinstalled. Oh no. I'm actually gonna save really quick and reload my game because I can't remember what I was doing and why I had all my packs like super uninstalled. Or whatever, all my packs reinstalled, but that's fine. Oh no, I remember what I was gonna do. I remember I had to upload something to the gallery for somebody. So that's why all my packs are installed. Because usually I use James Turner's tool to like uninstall the packs. So then if I'm building like for a pack specific build, then I use this. And that's it. Yes, I'm so stinking excited. My Instapot has been canning a canning feature, so I'm going to try that before trying all the canning gear upstairs from the basement. Oh, fingers crossed. That's actually super cool though. It has a canning feature. It is a pressure cooker, so, you know, something is telling me to go out of my cast comfort zone and start with a male instead of a female. Yeah, do that. I usually when I start legacies, I normally start with like a female as well. It's just the way that I do it. I don't know why. I just do. Gotta get some dishes cleaned up. All right, thanks, Wissia. I appreciate that. Play save with missing content because I just worked on roofing for a little while, so I didn't really like do a lot with that. So, you know, it is what it is right now. He made an evil guy. Well, he was not evil, but his name was, and I'm only going to use him to build houses. But my friend and met him film with a couple next door. So I made them all in love and I had them have a lot of children and change their name to Drew. Oh my God. So wait, he fell in love with a neighbor? Is that what you mean? Scandalous. Hey, April, how the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Nice to meet you. Male simmers start with a female as well. They always start with a male. I don't know. It depends on the person. It just really depends. Hi, April. Welcome on in. Thanks for stopping by. My name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. I am currently trying to work on Vlad's house right now. And I love the way that it's turning out. I think it's really cute. I really want to do some freezes all the way around though. I think it's a vibe. I also don't know if I actually want them to be white, but I think we're onto something. So some of the freezes here. So I think one thing that I do have to do though is do like the flat roof tool, because I think the freezes aren't attaching for whatever reason. I also realized that I have to roof that tower and I simply just don't wanna. I actually should be fine to do it, but I think the most difficult part is over, thankfully. That's all good. Okay, let me see if I can get the freezes to go well here. Hello? Hello? They did for like a split second. Where'd that go? Did you guys see that? And then I guess I'll just go around and delete the things that I don't want, like this. I think that'll be good. My one friend likes to make gay people a gay male couple, and they have a lot of boys and one girl. Aw, that's cute though. That's the thing that I like about The Sims, is that you can do whatever the heck you want. You know? As long as your brain calls for it, you can pretty much do it to your heart's content. You have a lot of safes like that? Nice. Right? Like, I love that. So good. So this is kind of where I'm going with this at the moment. I don't know. I think I want to do like the wrought iron fence thing all the way around, because I think these little doodads here might be like little gargoyle roosts like they were before, which I think it's like a good application for that personally. I think it's great. I think this is what I want to do. All right, guys, so ads are going to play in about 2 seconds here. So I'm going to pause our gameplay and our building so you don't miss a thing if you are unsubbed. So I'll be right back. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And thanks for the support. And Sid, you're very welcome. You're so welcome. Hi, Madison. Welcome on in. The iconic diagonal part. What was that? Which one? Which one were you talking about? What diagonal part were you referring to? Because yes, I totally did that unknowingly. I didn't realize I did it, but I did. Hi, Taylor. Welcome on in. How you doing today? So glad to have you. Welcome, welcome. We are roofing Vlad's house right now. Oh, the black thing on the roof. What is the black thing on the roof? It's like a steeple, like a big fancy thing on the top. Like you see in a lot of old buildings. I love the way that this porch looks. It looks so good. Oh my God, I'm very excited for this whole thing. And like the big staircase that goes up the front, this is so good. I also don't really know if I love the big entryway piece. Check business. Yeah, give me just a sec. All right, awesome. Thank you, lady. You're amazing. Ooh, I'm excited. And so we're back from ads. Thank you for hanging out. I paused, except I messed around with this roof a little bit because I don't know. I'm still messing with it. Sky Cat, welcome on in. How the heck are you? So nice to meet you. We are giving Vladdy Daddy the house of his dreams. So this is what we're doing today. I still have no idea if I really like this one piece. It's a great Sunday. You're gosh darn right it is. Aw, Sid, thank you. It's amazing. Yay.
I love you vibes. You deserve all the love and support possible.
Thank you, thank you. And I love your vibes. Thank you a lot for being here. I really, really appreciate that. Oh my goodness, 3 stinking months. You guys mean more than I can even describe. Mean to me more. Oh my God. Hello. You mean more to me than I can even begin to describe. So thank you for being a gorgeous part of this community. Like, I am so glad to be able to share this world and everything with you guys. Hi, Jensen, welcome on in. I know we like play The Sims and everything, but like, I don't know. Y'all are just really cool. I can't even begin to like describe to you, but I think you guys know just how welcoming and how awesome it is here. All right, so I want to do like, I really like the way that this top part is looking. This is so cool. And then maybe even grab some like exterior roof trim or something. Because the way that you can do this like for free is you can grab the flat roof part. It gives you a little bit here. And then I can grab some exterior trim. And then maybe even like, it depends on like the kind, I suppose. Like this, the coloration, whatever we end up deciding, I think will be better. But we could definitely zhuzh this up. And then I don't think that I want to put freezes on the top of this one per se, but I definitely want to put like exterior trim on it. So I think one thing that I'm going to do here is I am gonna do this, because if you use this, then you can put like roof trim pretty much under whatever you're trying to like work with. Really, really nice trick. If you guys are stopping in for the first time, we're working on a renovation of Vlad's house at the moment. This is kind of where our little hearts are taking us right now. And I'm just messing around with whatever this is, I guess. It's like the vibes. So guys, I need to pick windows and I'm not looking forward to this because this is hard. Hi, Lola, welcome back. I'm really glad to have you today. Thanks for coming by. Because like, I feel like the windows that are in vampires are really lackluster. I said it. I really feel like they are just boring and they're small and I don't like them. But I feel like they're also very appropriate for the house. You know, because like if we did something like this, I feel like one thing, Vladdy Daddy, heck yeah, we got some good Vladdy Daddy vibes in here today, don't we? Like that, not too bad, right? Right? Am I amiss for saying that? Because this to me is like a big feature of the house. It's like the big tower, you know? But I wish they had like a smaller window that wasn't as like big. Or as like rectangular. I wish they had like square ones. Thanks, April. I'm really glad you like it. We just redid Vlad's house is what we did. So like it was the original build that came with the game that shipped with like vampires, and then we stripped it down to walls, and then I kind of went from there. But I am really glad that you like it. Thanks so much. So I don't even know if these are really the colors that I really want to go with either. Because like we've already done like the green color. All right, Lola, see you later. Thanks for stopping. Because these are like black and white, but I don't know if I like that either. These ones are a little more like old looking. You see how some of those are like a little more white and then the other ones are like more grayish. I think I do like those grayish ones a little more with like the black trim on the interiors. Because if I don't, like, if I remember properly, I think that whatever window color we end up picking, yep, it'll be the inside too. So I really like the black because that could go with like a lot of different things. I feel like those ones. Okay, I am gonna go with that. Or I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm thinking this might be the proper way for us to handle that. I think if we did this. So comforting to just listening to your stream. Thanks, Betty. I'm so glad. I'm really glad you feel that way. Thank you for letting me know too. It's awesome. I love, like, especially, like, I'm really, really grateful. I say this like time and time again as well. Because like what we perceive, our like content creators perceive that we're doing, like is one thing versus like what we're actually doing. And I'm glad that I'm perceiving myself as trying to create a really comforting environment. You know, does that make sense? Like, I am really grateful for that. Blue, thank you so. Oh, pot roast for dinner. Stop, that sounds so good. We had biscuits and gravy earlier. That was wonderful for like brunch. Okay, I really like those little like swirly whirly things. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so we're gonna do some like good windows here. I think this is appropriate. I don't know if I want them super tall or closer to the ground, but I think one way that I can gauge that. So if I do this down or this in the middle of the wall looks a little better. Katie! Yes, thank you so much.
Hi. We have a Twitch baby. Trying to think of a Halloween name, but I'm failing lol.
I really appreciate you. Oh my god, a Halloween name? I wonder what we could do. Oh my gosh, wait. Yeah, I really wonder what we could do for like a Halloween name. That's a great question. Matilda. Oh, like Matilda or something. That's a good one. Okay, I see you. That's awesome. KT, welcome back. Thank you for 9 months as a sub. That is really, really stinking cool. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here. I hope you are having the most wonderful day. I like it. I know I like it too. Matilda's just like a great name anyway. Halloween or not. I feel like names like that are coming back though. I'm okay with this. I hate how cold it is now, but we have to very hot. It was very hot yesterday and the day before in my apartment. There's no middle ground for your apartments. I know, same. It was really warm here as well. Like in our house. And then it's either too cold. Like this is the weird point of the year. Hallovina for Halloween. Ooh, okay, that's cute. Saw you were online. I was like, thank God. When I'm early for work, it makes you feel better. Oh, I'm really glad though. Really, thank you a lot. Like imposter syndrome and things like that it's really quite brutal as a live streamer, and like in a lot of different crews, of course, not just live streaming, but. Gosh, I'm grateful. Hi, Laura. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. I know. I really love our cozy, Sunday streams as well. I really do. The window like that. Oh, like the little cross ones. Yeah. I love using them on dormers. It's like one of my favorite dormer windows to use. I feel like it's cool. I also, for some reason, feel like when they're more centered, it feels more gothic. Maybe I'll move those down. Oh, your name starts with Hal, like in Halloween. It does. You are right, it does. I don't know much about what I want to do in the future. For sure, I want to get a black cat named Matilda or Oscar. Yes, I love that. That's perfect. You know I'm team like black cat all day. I love black cats. I will let you know about that as well. So like, absolutely. So question, do I want to do something with like this pointed roof? Do I want to keep this pointed roof, or do I want to do something with like this? Because this could be kind of cool. if I pull this off properly. Looks like there is something neat that we can do. Hold up. So I'm trying to do like a different style of like a flat top thing. I actually think this would be really good. So I'm allowed to make like little adjustments to stuff. And I feel like this would be one of those occurrences. So I'm gonna actually like bring this up just a little bit. I'm gonna duplicate it and I'll show you guys in a second. Cause like I don't really add a lot of walls or deleting things to certain stuff or deleting things on these builds, but I'll show you. So if I were to add a little room, I would do it there, but I cannot. Good to know. Well, that kind of takes down that whole thing. So this is 1, 2, 3, and I can't go on the 4th floor. Are you fracking kidding me right now? Why? That's not even the 4th floor. Oh, is it technically the 4th floor? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, it is. It's too tall. I'm so sad. But what I want to do is like that. You see, like this right here, right there. That's what I wanted to do. But I guess I can't. That smells. Raise a flat thing up. There's an idea. Oh my God. Wait. Like a platform? Let me see if I can do it. Okay. Oh, biscuit. Okay. So, it's like this size. Please, for the love of everything sacred and beautiful, please work. No! Wait. Okay. I might like duplicate all these because these are not lining up properly because it's really tricky to do it like but manually and stuff. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna try. Oh my God. No one panic. If this works. If this works, y'all. I'm gonna be so stinking excited right now. A random object, but that works too. Oh, right. Also, why isn't this side working? Oh no. Ooh, it's not gonna work because of this. I'm so sad. Y'all seeing this? It's because of that. Oh my God, I'm so sad. Use the roof spikes. We don't have any more roof spikes. It's just these. There's no roof spikes. Debug fence? That might be an idea. Yeah, there are no roof spikes. We do have like some fences, but they don't really fit what I'd want to do, you know? Sims roofing issues are a way to send me into a fit of rage. God, that would look so good up there though, wouldn't that? Look at how sweet that would look. Like if I were able to delete this. Okay, but like also. Give me a sec. Okay, so you see this. The top block and lower the roof a bit. It won't work because there's like a wall technically against it. So no matter how low or how high it was, it wouldn't work. Oh, I hate it. Because like the wall was on that side, if that makes sense. Top black and lower. I like the idea of like coloring this platform because maybe this could even work. Possibly. We will see. There's like some platform trim things that could work. I might be able to do something like that, but I also really like the vibe of like a roof piece instead, if that makes sense. I'm so bummed by this whole point because I can't get those to work. I'm so disappointed in everything. Oh, that's all right. Because what are we going to do now? We're going to use this piece again, and I think it'll be fine. That's just upsetting. Oh, because that other one looks great. But this one also looks fine. I am going to slap this roof piece up here, though. Because I do think that that does look really good. No fifth floor in The Sims 4. Maybe it's because there's now Sims 5. Shocking, right? I know, right? Exactly. So shocking. So now we have to figure out what I want to do for this. I know, isn't it so cute still? I'm so glad you like it as well. Maybe I can get this out of my system by doing this. That looks rough. That looks really rough. I'm not gonna lie. I want to try to do something up here. Okay. Get announced at the big live stream on Tuesday. I don't know. I'm skeptical. If they do announce Sims 5, they better do a good job of it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because Sims 4 is still a mess. Like a mess. So I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do, but also kind of skeptical at the same time, if that checks out. I'm nervous. But if anything, probably EA Play, which is also going to make a whole bunch of people very upset and very mad. Was Sims 3 also slightly messed still? Yeah, pretty much, but not as bad as The Sims 5 is, will likely be. I also feel like it would be potentially like very early in the developer stage into announcing a game like The Sims 5. Potentially. If it has been in development as long as they have hinted at it being. So I'm very skeptical of everything, but also like, okay, like, you know, I'm usually someone who's very skeptical, but also like, all right, positive still, but just like, okay. We'll see what happens. But I have a hunch that they might announce EA Play. Yes, there's a live stream Tuesday. I'll be watching it Tuesday, so I'll be live at like 11 a.m. Central on Tuesday to watch that. Hi, Tyrion. I hope you're doing good. Thanks for coming by. Welcome on in. What's happening? We are currently working on Vladdy Daddy's house. I think it's turning out really cute. I love this for him. We're giving him the home of his dreams. Okay, so that is not going to be large enough for us. Hi, Mallory. How are you? I have had a rough couple weeks, but I'm excited to hopefully live a normal life. Aw, I hope things are getting better though. But I'm really glad to see ya. Thanks for stopping by. We're doing pretty good over here. We are currently trying to roof Vladdy Daddy's house. I'm doing a little bit of different work here. Hi, Ruri. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Nice to meet you. Thanks so much for stopping by. That looks too, like, blunt. I don't know how to put it. Leo, I'm doing good. Welcome on in. Thanks for stopping by. My name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. Welcome on in, Ruri. Nice to meet you. I know, I don't think I would want Sims 5 just yet either. I'm skeptical, but also positive. But I'm really fearful of the Sims community as a whole and what kind of things that they are going to do if it's not going to be an announcement for The Sims 5, if that makes sense. Aw, Leo, thank you. No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Ruri. Welcome on in though. I know you're still here. I know you're not new. Sims 4 free. I don't know that I know exactly. Don't know if they're done with the Sims 4 yet, right? I hope that they are going to announce something large, like maybe, oh God, what are some features that you guys would love to see in the Sims 4 yet? Like if we were to do something else. Like I would personally love if they did like something like a better, like a babies update or something about like better elders or something of that manner, you know? But I think I would kill to see like better elders or something. Auto roofing, right? That'd be so good. I wouldn't care if The Sims 5 never came out. They just focus on making The Sims 4 better and make it The Sims, right? Yes. I think that, oh my God, what if they are redoing The Sims 2? Oh, a Generations type pack? I think I would die. Let's see them commit to fixing bugs in Sims 4, increase things for kids and elders and refreshes of the game packs and expansions. I agree. I agree. That's why, like, I feel as though out of the entire Sims franchise, and I'm not knocking on it, I'm critical of it because I love the game. And like, so being critical of something and liking something are not mutually exclusive, if that makes sense. Hi, Kaz! How are you? I love you! How are you doing? I'm really glad to see you. Spa day refresh, that would be so good. I know that one was amazing, wasn't it? I'd like to see something more as well. The bare minimum, some sort of no more life in it. Exactly. Exactly, and commit to doing those things. I agree. I agree with you. I would love to see more updates of sorts. I don't know what they would be, but just I'd like to see something like better quality of life updates for the features that we already have. Hi, mentally exhausted, but you're doing okay. I'm glad. I'm so sorry that you're mentally exhausted. Also, hi, Cassie. How are you? We are doing Vladdy Daddy's house, Kaz. I think it's looking really cute. I'm so glad to see you. I love and miss you. I hope you're doing good though. Need an overhaul on how clothing fits in The Sims for opposite frame. Feel like a functional binder to add to the glove category. They're so important. I feel like exactly. Like I agree. I agree with you. Like there's a lot of quality of life things that they could do for sure. Murder dungeon, absolutely. You know, the murder dungeon. Please tell me the perfect shape. Yes, the perfect shape of the basement will stay. I know that that basement is like your favorite thing in the whole world, Kaz. I could not in good conscience take that basement away from you. You think I'm some kind of a monster. Popping in and out, this looks amazing. Thanks, Mary. I really appreciate you. Thanks for the compliment. You guys know that I can't not do a Victorian or a Gothic style house without my millions of roofs that are layered together. I can't in good conscience not do this. Be hard to do with respect to all cultures with something to do with death instead of Sims just being sad for 2 days. Exactly. Just more like life in the game. They've been doing things like that though. Like I would admit that they had been doing stuff to make the game feel more alive. But there's something missing though. A creative sim update so we can have makeup looks, copy accessories across outfits, etc. Yes. Oh my God, that'd be a big change. Only 1 million roof pieces. That's true. I am going easy on this one. That is fair. How are you liking it though? It took me freaking forever. Like at least 7 business days to come up with the shape of this one. And I actually really quite like where we're at right now with it. like this house, except for like this. Oh no, that whole part. That's okay. There we go. We still have like that tapered shape, and then this is all covered up. It does look good. Thank you. It took me forever. I'm so glad you like it. If you didn't like it, I'd have to bulldoze it. I'm just kidding. Please tell me that you like it. It would hurt my feelings. I really like these eaves coming down though. Those like just, it adds so much like shape. Aw, it's awesome, amazing. Thank you, Harley. I know, I love The Sims 4 as well. Like a cat's outfit. Bunny, that would be amazing if we could copy outfits across things. I would be a lot more into Create-a-Sim if we could do that, I think, because I'm just not like a Create-a-Sim person. I don't really particularly love it. It does look good. I know bulldozing is always an option. You aren't incorrect. Please don't make me. Also, cat. Ashoka. So I have been trying for a while because I want to supplement my cat's food with like soft food. And I've tried like 6 different brands and they want nothing to do with like any of it. No soft food. Like I'm honestly thinking about, they've all been like adult formulas and stuff. I'm honestly thinking about just like getting the stuff that we used for them when they were kittens and then calling it a day. And like using it as like a little snack every once in a while for them. Cause I know technically they're not supposed to have like adult food, but you know, or kitten food. Brain Dead, Lauren, this is Ahsoka. I also have another cat named Kyber. He's the black one, but she's gray. Oh my God, Jovar, is it Jovari? Jovarl? Or Jova? How would you like me to refer to you? Oh, miso soup. That's so sweet. I love that, Jovar. That's adorable. The raw food is a treat, right? Carl! Thank you, Joe. Got it. Thank you, Joe. Welcome on in. Nice to meet you. Also, hey, thank you, Carl, for 20 stinking months. You're amazing. I really appreciate you. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my God, guys. I think we're onto something. Bulldoven. No. This is a beautiful house. Oh no, don't bulldoze it. You know, the autocorrect does you so dirty. It's really funny since I know that's what's going on. Also, Matt, how the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Also, guys, ads are going to play in about like a second here. So I'm actually going to pause what I'm doing. So Twitch plays ads no matter what I do. So one thing that I do to make sure that our unsubbed community members don't miss a thing is I pause. So I'll be right back. Hold tight. Be right back. Green screen technology is so cool. I have a dark teal wall behind my home office. I use a green screen on Zoom calls. I love it. Sky, that's awesome. Yes, green screen magic is amazing. I agree. My oldest cat and I'll only eat Iams, pate. Anything else is Iams. She snubs her nose at, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I tried even Iams. I tried Purina 1. I tried like the cheap fancy feast, whatever. I tried all sort, like even the cheapest stuff that you could get, like Meow Mix stuff in the soft food, and they just don't want it. Neither of them. Oh, you're so tired, but I just got to work. Oh, Harley, I'm sending you all of the energy, my dear. Sorry you're having a hard time though. I am. I really hope that your day goes well despite being tired. I get that. Today's stream will likely be a little bit shorter because I am still struggling with that headache. I have not been able to kick it. Jean's mom's cat only wanted the cheapest grocery store food. She refused to eat anything else. Honestly though, like, okay. I'd almost rather have a cat with like crappy taste than like Silver Spoon, you know? Does that make sense? How would you guys feel? Claire would eat anything. It's wild how different they are, right? Isn't it Claire and Sugar, right, Kara? I think. Mine is like the Vet Direct or the overweight one. The other two aren't overweight and love it, right? That's so weird. It's really weird because like my old cat Dave, if you guys remember him, if you're not, he was my old cat that passed away last year. Dave was a garbage truck. Like he would eat any food, and things that weren't necessarily supposed to be food either. But he would eat all of it. Like, really. And it was so funny. Like, so he would eat all of it. Hi, Lauren, welcome on in. How the heck are ya? Dave would just eat, period. Dave would eat, yes. Just yes. I know, I loved Dave. He was such a good boy. I saw Dave at dinner time, right? Like, oh my God. And then he would start bothering me on stream. Toady, you remember. Meow, meow. Like, woman, it is time to eat. Stop streaming. Oh, my buddy. I loved him. He was the sweetest guy. I loved the heck out of him. I love it. I love both of my cats. Like, they are wonderful, wonderful babies. But you know, when you have that one animal, that's just like your soulmate. That was Dave for me. Like, down pat, no questions. I love this little dormer, this extra little zhuzh. It's just like, oh, woo. You know, it's not, you don't need it, but like, it's nice to have it, you know? Aw, yes, you did. You did. Oh my God, the clip of me telling me how much telling him how much I loved him. I made sure to tell him that every single day. You know, there wasn't a day that didn't go by where I didn't tell that cat that I loved him. Oh, my buddy. My little soulmate. I used to have a dog that would steal your bagel if you weren't careful. Our current dog gets his own hamburger from McDonald's when we get it. That's so funny. Kaz, I saw the picture of your kitty earlier. Or I think you posted it like last night or something. That sounds really weird out of context. No. Oh my God. So beautiful. Beautiful, most beautiful cat in the world. Don't tell my cats that though. My cats demand temptations when I go to bed. Oh, that's super funny. Man, cats, I swear in my life, y'all. Also, why am I super tempted to have like these windows all over the house instead of the other ones? Because I don't think they'd be good. Like, I love the way they look. Look at how good those would look. Even like on the outside, you could totally do something stylistically with those. So I think I'm just gonna ignore the fact that those are existing right now, and I'm gonna do something else. Wallace, thank you. This is Vladdy Daddy's house. My message Strand with Jean about the pics at Justin Zoo of Gizmo. Oh my God, please do. Like, please. I'm very excited. Oh, cat pictures, please. It physically pains me. Let's see, like when we have all of these, windows all over the place, it just, they feel overdone. You know, and I don't know what the right move is. Like, do I do these? Do I do a different window on this one? Because this tower needs something different in my opinion. Like, it almost needs something like this per se. And I don't know what the right move is. I just don't know. I could even do like the skinny ones all over the place, but I also feel like that's just too much too. The cats that I'm babysitting have kept friends that they like to bring inside and they play with the birds and the mouse. Yes. Oh my God. So Dave's mom, my old cat Dave, his mom was an indoor outdoor cat and he was my brother's cat. And when she was pregnant, she would bring me dead, like, or half dead shrews and all sorts of fun animals and stuff for me to kind of deal with or to eat, I guess, because she thought I was a bad hunter. And yeah, it was a whole thing. It was terrible. Waking up to that on your pillow, like next to your head, is not my idea of fun, I guess. Play with him. I also, oh, you also change him and create as him, right? No, that is not wrong at all because he is a mess. A whole ton of mouse meat at home today. Oh no. Well, the thing is with Ahsoka, I know that if we ever had any mice in our house, they would just instantaneously be dead because she would just hunt them and then that would be that, you know? Y'all, I'm struggling with what windows I want to have on this house. Like, I'm honestly thinking about exchanging the ones that we do have for ones like this instead. Because then it opens up the variety of things that I could have. I could even do, I don't know, you know, like this one. If I wanted, I might be able to do something with this. Like, it's the same vibe. It just has like different feel to it, you know? It's also the black coloration that I like on the walls. Mine caught a mole. I found it in my bedroom dead, and I'm confident mine will get all the things right. Exactly. Well, Ahsoka plays fetch with stuff. That's the thing. So I'm honest to God just waiting for the day when she catches some mole or some kind of like tiny little animal that somehow got into her basement or into her house because it's getting cold outside. And it's warm inside. And we're just gonna find things. And she wants to fetch because she will. It's what she does. I know you love your hunter kitties, right? And Kyber would just sit there and stare at it, probably play with it or try to cuddle with it. But Ahsoka, no, she's the hunter for sure. My dog is a mouse hunter. Once we had one, had it once, she got it and then guarded her trophy with her crate. And oh no, after she healed it. Oh my God, that's so funny. Cupcake got a mouse after last night and my husband has a box trying to save it. Oh my God, no! Bless him though, because mice are like, mice as pets, I do like them, but I don't like them when they're wild, if that makes sense. Like there's a difference to me because I do enjoy rodents and I do enjoy mice, but not like as pests per se. Because there is a difference. Also, y'all, I am absolutely dying for the opportunity to do something. Hi, Mrs. W. How are you? I hope you had a good weekend so far. Thanks for coming by. Y'all seeing what I'm trying to do with this though? Like, you know, some of those old houses that have really cool, like really fancy woodwork on the outside. Hi, too. Is it Lou? How are you? Welcome on in. Nice to meet you. How are you? I literally just typed in Victorian with fancy wood outside because I don't know what it would be called. It's not the gingerbread molding. Like, that is not what I want. Like, this is literally what I typed in. Oh my God. I love Victorian houses for their fun colors. Like, I want to do that, but also not like that. Crown molding. No, it's not crown molding. I've seen it before. Like, they have their fancy wood panelings like outside around the windows. And I think there's one in Davenport, Iowa, close to where I live. This is the inspo on the roof that I came with here, by the way, on the front of our house. But like, what if we did something? I don't know if I could nail this down aesthetically with the packs that we have, but we'll try. I feel like if we're gonna do it, vampires is the pack where we have to do that. Wooden lace, kind of. Like, it almost looked like this, but like not as crappy. Almost like that. Or even get like, no, that's too cold. I don't know how to put it, but you guys kind of seeing like the idea of what I'm trying to go for, maybe? I'm trying, because I feel like if we did something with like the other wooden part that came with vampires, it'd be too much, you know? Like, see the red, not necessarily. Maybe I could go for like the really dark color. Because we don't even have like the dark enough color for this one. So it almost would have to be one of these if I did do that. It's not even that. It's not this. See, no, that's not right either. What wooden color did I use? It honestly might have been one of these. And it was like that. Or something. One of our old neighborhood looks like that. Looks like one of those wood doll houses from East Victoria, and I would love drive buying it. Right? I know, it's so good. For Vladdy's house, I make it wood and the bump outs would make a nice stone maybe. Yeah, right? That's kind of what I'm trying to go for. Like, but this feels like an interior thing. I don't know. Do you guys kind of see what I'm trying to pull off? Maybe. But I feel like instead of having like all of these walls like that, this might be a little bit better if I did decide to go this route. Because then again, I know that these windows are technically meant to be used as like an interior, like that, like really fancy woodwork on the inside of your house with like the wallpaper being like this is what this would be. Because I love these windows. I think they're just so cool. Like, it's so neat looking. And I don't think that we have like tall wall ones, just medium and then small, which is cool and everything. Like, it's really not that bad. Vladdy, Richard is showing. Yes, for some reason, like Richard decided to show his head soon. Wallpaper-ish for outside. Kind of looks wallpaper-ish? What do you mean? Like for the outside. But I love the look of that. Like, this looks so good, especially if you can get it like, think of like a really deep vampy color, like the red. Oh, it's so good. Like, I love this. Especially if we did like I do like the wood colors of this one a little bit more, even go with like gold or something. If we did do it that way. Where's the other one? Oh, this one. Okay, here we go. That's the one that I wanted because I really like that lighter color. Oh, the outdoor brown. Oh, thanks to like a wallpaper for outside. Oh yeah, I have used this outside, but not like in this much of an application. So the only issue that I do have with these windows being on the exterior is that they're really boring. It's kind of where my head's at right now. Because God, they're gorgeous inside. Because I have like this love-hate relationship with these big windows here, like these ones, because there's only like two or three designs that really look okay, and they just look really weird. So many decisions. Because if we did this, like, imagine how cool this would look if I did this for like the outside, you know? Like, look at that! For the tower? Like, oh my God, hold on. See? Because then you could do like something here. I don't know what it would be like. Looks a little weird right here because I technically have to do that. And I would like cut inside like, oh, like half off the thing. I guess I could do the pillars, have them on the black octagon like structure. If it was renovated recently, my thought would be like a damage during the war or something like that, right? So hi Jazzy, how are you? Welcome on in. I'm super glad to have you. So the thing that I'm struggling with the most is like, do I want to use these windows or the other windows? And like, I guess I could pepper in the both of them. But then these ones just look super bland on the outside. I could technically do this, where you like layer them. So they look the same on the interior and the exterior, and they're not really, really, really expensive either, which is kind of cool. Like, I could do bits and pieces of this house this way, which might be kind of interesting. But instead of having these windows here on this, I think I will make this into like a big stone tower instead, which would be kind of neat. And those are equally spaced. I do that because you see they're like all spaced all up and down like this. And I think from the exterior standpoint, that does look pretty cool. Yeah. And then especially like this one, I could do that the same thing here. And then we could even do like the double layered windows here. Oh, this would be super cool. Okay, so one thing that I am gonna do actually, because these windows are 75 and these are 70 a piece, so like double layering them isn't like the worst thing in the world. So not horrible. Let's go dark brown and light brown and go look through some of like the wooden pieces, because maybe we can find like a nice wooden component to these walls. Maybe this is like super hopeful, and I realize that could be super hopeful, but also, you know, maybe not. You never know. There's also like brown brick. There's also this that technically looks like this. Or maybe it's not like wood to match this at all. Maybe we could go like a completely different route with this piece. So in case you're stopping in, by the way, we're trying to figure out like a different composition for Vlad's house. Right now what I have is this very, I'm into the brick. I know, like, right, like the right kind of brick I think is gonna be cool. Like we do have some really cool things, but we're renovating Vlad's house though. Dark green something, ooh, with that wood. We already have like a greenhouse that we did. Maybe like a red? Cause like there's like the garlic clouder house that we did. That is very green and very like beige. Or a purple. Purple would be really cool. I do like a really dark red though. Like we could find a good brick, not like this one necessarily, but even like not terrible. Hold up. Can I have the best of both worlds with this? Oh no, wait. Oh man, see how they layer differently? Like this one's brown here and then, oh, they like flip flop. Dang it, because there's technically two windows right here. But I wonder. You know, I'm not hating this. A dark brown and green mix would be great, right? Like I am struggling with that. Ooh, because this comes in like really deep browns. It kind of comes in like this beigey color, almost like a birch or like gray or white. I wish this came in like a black or a brown, or a black or like a gray, like a darker gray or like a black color. So. Hey Huff, how the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. How are you doing today? Bricks and stucco. Bricks and stucco. I don't hate it. this isn't really like the right shade. Okay, so let's keep on peeking here. What can we do? What if it's like a classic brick? Like this, you know? Or even like this one. Ooh, wait a minute. I wonder if there's like a different color of frieze that we could do. Because they kind of have like this blue one that I could switch to, but also I liked the look of this other one a little bit more. Because the green, we have the green friezes on the other one. However, that black does look really good. Huff, I'm doing good. Thank you so much. We're renovating Vlad's house. So, we're working on a save file. So we're going through like all of the builds, taking like all the roofs and all the windows and all the things out of the houses, and then starting fresh, basically. That's what we're doing. So it's kind of like a shell challenge, but like in the form of a house. Or like EA builds the shell, and this one was probably honestly like one of the harder ones yet, if I'm gonna be honest with you. It was really difficult. I am doing pretty gosh darn good. I really can't complain. So now I'm going through and changing up some of the colors of these like friezes that we had put on, if I can properly find them. Hello? There we go. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. Yes, so much better. That's annoying. I know, it's so annoying. Isn't it? And then, oh, that roof trim. Because you see those little pieces that were sticking out. I didn't notice that this went all the way around the house, so that's probably a good thing that I'm actually saving some money. Been Googling the wooden molding you're talking about and trying to figure out what it is, like fretwork or something from the term you're looking for. Fretwork. So Victorian with fretwork. No, not really. Because fretwork is like, yeah, no. It's almost like wooden panels that are like outside of the house. Because they're not like the gingerbread molding. But there's like really intricate woodwork, almost like this, but like even more. Like the whole window is kind of like encased, just like it is in game, but it's on the outside, and I don't know what it's called. I think there's a specific phrase for it though. Almost like that, but like not really, because that's just like trim. Sounds like German woodwork or something like that. Because this one is just, it doesn't say anything about like what this is. It's neoclassical in style. Neoclassical, colonnaded. Okay, so this and would be in right at home next to a colonnaded facade and pedimented front porch. I don't know like if any of those phrases are actually what that would refer to. It doesn't really seem like it has the right indicators, but I also don't know either. I know, right? Like you can't think of the name. I've seen it 1,000,001 times on houses from this, like from that specific time period, but I know what it looks like, but I don't know what it's called. And that bothers the crap out of me. Like I wish I could tell you guys what it was. It's gonna be bothering me for the rest of my life now. Forever stuck and doomed. Yes, I'm really glad that I can get rid of these like exterior trim pieces because that saved me money. Because why not? They're not supposed to be there. Okay, I really, really like it with the black one though, instead of white. I think that does look really cool. And then I almost want to do like this. I think technically is black too, so I'm gonna put that there. Hi, Shifty Lady, how are you? Right? Like you never know the name of things. Like, yeah, that thingy, you know, that thingy. That's what it is. That is the most technical term for that. I agree. If y'all are stopping in, by the way, my name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. Thanks so much for coming on by. I'm currently trying to figure out like a cool color composition for this house. This is Vlad's house, renovating it at the moment. All right, I'll see you later, Hal. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate ya. So we do have like some kind of brickwork that I might be okay with, potentially, because we're messing around with the idea of it being like maybe a reddish color, but I really don't like the lighter grout color either, or the mortar, whatever you would call it. Not into that. This one looks a little bit too perfect. Too bright even, maybe? I don't know. I am just picky. That's what I'm going to sum it up to. Too orange. Too saturated, mostly. Well, darn. But I would agree that like some kind of stucco would look pretty cool up against this too. Now it's time for us to find the right composition of things. I know two terms for the kind of molding. There's a soffit or fascia, probably not what you're thinking about anymore, but I couldn't type right away. Okay, so soffit or fascia. Soffit panels. No, not that. Because that's like under the eaves, like the pattern underneath there. That's not it. Fascia? Nope. Fascia? No, not that. Because fascia is like roof trim, but these are purely like panels on walls that are around windows. Maybe it's even like exterior wainscoting, maybe? Potentially. I know, right? It's gonna drive you crazy. Like it's almost like wainscoting, kind of. No, not shutters. This is closer to what it is, but it's like more ornate and less like this. I guess maybe it is wainscoting. Maybe that's just what it is. That's as close as what I can think. Almost like that, but like more. Now I'm gonna go drive around like a crazy lady and go find that. By the way, guys, ads are gonna play. I'll be right back in 90 seconds. Thanks for hanging on. So I'm gonna pause and we will be right back. So I really, really like the way that this is looking with like the big windows, but I don't know yet. Like once we find the vibe, what we're like looking for, everything will come together super quick. So there's at least that. That is one thing that I do know to be very true about the way that we do building here. It'll always fall together. It's like we could go with like the really cool black color that they have. Hi, Amy. I'm still struggling with a headache. Welcome on in though. I'm really glad to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking in. I hope you're doing good. Your roast is gonna be so good. Ooh, I'm jealous of you. Welcome on in. How are you? All the healing hugs. Thank you. Thank you. The nightmare. I might not. I love the way that this looks though. Oh no, Raya, you accidentally forgot like a period in your sentence or a typo or whatever. So StreamBot didn't like that. It's making bat cookies and listening to you all trying to figure it out. Aw, right? We're like, what does this mean? What does it all mean? But some bat cookies, that sounds like a lot of fun. I should make some fun cookies for Halloween. That'd be cute. Like some cookie cutter ones. Fresh garlics. Ooh, you're using fresh garlic? That sounds really good. What kind of garlic is it? Is it like a white garlic, a black garlic or something? Sounds amazing. You have cookie dough hands. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I'm glad though. I'm jealous. I did like a fair bit of baking earlier this week though. I feel like I made like pumpkin bread, pumpkin cookies, like all sorts of stuff. So I just don't know. Oh my goodness. It's pretty hard to say like when I should call it quits. Like all the different cookies and things that I made. However, like Michael's parents and Michael's friends and things weren't complaining because I was just giving them cookies. I'm like, please take some because I have made too many. I did that. Oh, it's a boxed one from last year. Oh, that's so good though. White garlic, they're huge though, right? That's amazing. I've heard black garlic is pretty good. Like I've never personally used it before or like even seen it from my knowledge, but apparently it's like a different type of garlic that you can grow. And I've heard of that. I think my mom's friend always has some black garlic like in her garden. Had to leave yesterday when you were doing the rooftop. Can I see what you ended up doing? Yes, for sure, Rose. Give me just a sec here. Let me put this little piece here. Yeah, this is the back piece that we kind of settled with. So we have like this little piece. We kind of made a porch to like extend it out. And I think it looks really cute off the back. It adds a little more shape. So we just ended up going with like a couple roof pieces here, a half one, a couple roof pieces here, here, and like, yeah, this is where we're at. And I think it looks cute. Black garlic. Yeah, apparently there is. I don't know if it's, I don't know like what, if it's like sweeter, if it's like more garlicky, more acidic. I have no idea like what kind of notes it has, but it does exist. So nice. Oh, thank you so much, Rose. That was so frustrating for you to do and for me to watch. Thank you. Because you saw like how like all the different pieces just, they wouldn't line up the way that they meant to. Aw, Abby, thank you. The stream is such a safe space. I'm really glad you think that, or like, and feel that way as well. Because thinking and feeling, you know, like important. I really appreciate that. It's just white garlic fermented. Is it really? So I've been lied to. I've been lied to? Is it really? It makes sense though. Also, hi RC. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Thanks so much for coming by. I really appreciate that. We are currently trying to figure out like the roofing and the like window combination for Vladdy Daddy's house. Also, hi Natalie. How the heck are you? Welcome on in. My name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a full-time content creator and I love The Sims. Welcome on in. It takes me a while to come up with like a composition for things, but once we get it, you know, it's pretty good. I feel like it's nice. Use a technique someone in the Bean Garden said, wet your hands when chopping. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. You wet your hands before you chop it. I've been using that pretty much ever since as well, Blue. Like we do cooking streams as well. So if that's like your thing. We don't have any cooking streams planned for this week, but in the coming weeks we do. And basically towards the end of the month, I think like on Halloween maybe. I don't remember exactly, but we have a Halloween treat baking stream, which actually Halloween is my 10-year Twitch anniversary. So I've been on Twitch for 10 years, which is a really, really crazy big milestone. Danny, thank you so much. Listening on my phone while walking your dog. Hey, I hope your walk goes well. Danielle, I'm doing good though. Thanks you so much. That is amazing. I know. I can't believe it's been that stinking long though. That's just honestly mind-boggling to me. Like really. It is ridiculous. I can do that here. And I think, oh, you know, it would be really cool if I did like a different color. Oh, what if we did something like that? Like different color for these? It's like I like the black on the top, and then maybe if we did like the red on the bottom or something, if we could get it to work. I need to like do the replace tool because then I won't take up my other thing. So it's not like all red. This is a maybe on this whole thing. Ooh, wait, 10 years. I know, that's what I'm saying, right? That's exactly how I feel. Like, I obviously hadn't streamed like that entire time or anything like that, but I had been on Twitch to some capacity for that long. Like, I've seen a lot on Twitch. Oh no, this doesn't have black. This doesn't have black. It is like dark brown, but I was hoping it had black because I wanted to do like red on the top and like black in the middle. Now I'm bummed. Oh, that would have been so good. Are you guys kind of seeing what I was trying to do though? Be like red on the outsides and then like black through the middle. God, that would have been so cool. Ugh. I've got words to say. Because this doesn't come in a black one. It comes in like gray. I don't even know if that would be like a good thing for me to do. It's like a brownish gray color. So like, I have no idea. Hi, Kari, how the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Nice to meet you. How you doing today? I have no clue what aesthetic I want to go for. We are doing a renovation of Vlad's house. And now I'm playing Swatch Simulator as I try my best to pick out different swatches. It's about what we're doing right now. Because the thing is, I really, really like the idea of like using more and more red up in here. So maybe I'll just like bite the bullet and be like red for everyone and see what happens, except for like the freezes. Because with the freezes alone, it honestly might be enough of a balance with the black, but we'll see. One way to find out, and that's to throw it all on, honestly. So I'll try this here. See if I can get this. Oops. These ones are the darker red on the bottom. Whoopsie. Because there's like a brownish red and then there's like a more blood red color there. I was like, I thought those looked really weird. I have no clue. And this could probably change like entirely once we get things going. But God, that actually doesn't look half bad. So then I can also go here. Switch some of these to all red. Like there. So today's stream might be a little bit shorter because I am still battling like a pretty big headache. Blood dripping down, right? Doesn't it? That's a good way to put it too. Does look like some blood. Let's see what these look like. They're redwood everywhere, you know? We'll see how that looks. Play with some of those swatches in just a little bit. Okay, so let's go for the spandrels, and we're gonna like replace all of these and see how that goes. There we go. And then red fencing. So this is actually a platform. This isn't a like a staircase, which I highly prefer that anyhow. Like, I don't really like foundations these days. They just don't hold up as well with like vibes, at least with like entryways. So this is what we got. Also, these windows have red swatches on the inside. That might be kind of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and switch like a lot of these around and just kind of toy with it and see what I like. I honestly, just for like, it might be a little quicker if I do it this way, maybe. And just grab them and go. So I don't have to like hit R every single time that I want to go change up the swatches. So I'll do this. I just have to remember where I put all the windows. That's kind of half the battle too. And then pop those right there. And then maybe for these. There's not too many left. At least. So, okay. This is what we have right now. So the main question that I have at the moment is like, is this brick too dark? Talking about Queen Anne Victorian with the windows. Maybe. Queen Anne Victorian house, it might have been. Yeah, like they're a lot more ornate. I totally was talking about like that kind of vibe. I can find like a photo that's large enough. Because look at how over the top and ridiculous those look. Like, imagine how freaking expensive that would be to like make and maintain and paint. Yeah, it's a lot closer to this. I know, aren't those ridiculous? Like I just, oh my God, just looking at that. Woo, it kind of makes your head spin, doesn't it? Like, ooh, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot going on there. Do I like red a little more? Like, do I want to put like some kind of brick here? Or should I just do something completely different? I don't know. The Munster house? Yeah, right. The Munster house or the Psycho house, right? Hi, Fedra. How are you? Waiting for a grand spooky building? Yes. So we're working on Vlad's house. This is a good renovation for Vlad right now. This is what we're doing. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I might honestly, I'm struggling too much with those. I have a different idea, actually. I just thought of something. I did this for like my red not so berry challenge years ago. I don't know if I'll be able to have like the proper size for this per se. But like the first time I ever used shelves on the exterior of a home was for my not so berry challenge way back when. But it would be kind of interesting for me to be able to use something around like the edges of this. Like, I don't know what it would look like here. And I wonder if we could do like, ooh, okay, those wooden windows actually look pretty solid though. Like, or this wooden swatch does look pretty good. So I could even do like, size them up a little bit so they match. You could do some cool things. Fedra, I'm really glad to see you though. Welcome on in. We are renovating Vladdy Daddy's house. So that's what we're working on at the moment. How does this look upstairs? Okay, that's pretty much like floor to ceiling. Okay, got it. Not bad. So it's 1.25 sized up. And Tool Mod will not mess with any of this stuff either. Boom. centered. Internet says this any terms of ring a bell. Nearly 50% of Queen Anne houses of spindle work, which is commonly referred to as gingerbread ornamentation, like Eastlake detailing. This detail became in the form of turned porch balustrades, lace-like porch brackets, and gable ornamentation. Why don't we have houses like that anymore? I know they're like super expensive to like do and everything, but like instead of bringing back all the ticky-tacky houses in the form of like what the heck are they called, y'all? All those ticky-tacky houses in the form of what the frig are they called, like suburban style homes, like your common suburban that you see of and like here, and like they're new ones, they're craftsman style, or based off of craftsman houses from like the 1920s or 1910s or something. But I really want Victorians to come back. It's always been a dream to have a pink and purple one. That would be right up your alley. I would kill to see you have something like that. Oh my God, I would kill to have something like that. Heck, who am I kidding? No, not Victorian. They're they're craftsman style houses. Packed your truck and I'll be back. All right. Hey, oh, you packed your truck and you're back. Welcome back, Harley. So like the craftsman houses that you see today, or the ticky-tacky houses or suburban houses, kind of a little Simsy house, sort of. There are a good deal of them that pull a lot from craftsman style houses. They're really easy to build, like in real life kind of thing. What is it called? Ticky-tacky? Oh, no, it's ticky-tacky. That's what they're called. They're ticky-tacky houses. What the heck is it called? They have a lot of the same vibes from like craftsmen's and stuff. Like this is like the first version of like a craftsman style bungalow that came around, but you can see like think Seasons in The Sims 4, because like it's the chunky wood, the window styles, and like the pillars and all sorts of stuff like that too. Get Famous also had some things from there as well, but this is like you could build this house easily with Seasons and base game. And I love that. And they're really cute. They first got a lot of popularity like in the 1910s and 1920s. And like on the insides of these houses, I go into this stuff like on my speed builds and stuff. Like think of this, like your built-ins and like the chunky wood stuff. And that was like what was really common in those days. For that, also like the wood beams like on the ceiling and like the big chunky wood built-in everything was like what those kind of homes would have. Like I would love to have a craftsman style house. I think I would kill. Got it. I was like, wait, what? Oh, got it. So we're over here trying to figure out what we want to do for Vladdy Daddy's house, like the exterior things. I think I kind of like what we've got. These are somehow cheaper. I don't get how these are cheaper than like the base game ones, but I think these ones will do just fine, especially if I decide to do something like this. I know it's your dream house too. Oh, they're so pretty. Unfortunately, a lot of people who have now like done all the renovations and things on those have gotten rid of that. Like those wood features, they like tore it and like gutted it out. And I'm like, no. But every once in a while, you can come across one that still has that like specific stylization and stuff, which is pretty outstanding. See, okay, so I'm kind of like faking this. You see that? See, I kind of faked it. I think it does look kind of cute. I wonder how I could get like some fun ornamentation for the top of this. I just don't know how I could achieve that. I was like, this isn't flat. obviously. So I can't really like do it. There's an old Yorkshire style stone house. They're so pretty. They are. I love the Tudor style ones though. The brick. Like there are so many around here. Like look at how freaking adorable. Hi Nightheart, how are you? Like this. There are so many where I live. And like I'm like Michael. Our next house, I want a brick style Tudor. Like look how adorable. Especially if you get like lots of big bushes and flowers and stuff all around it. Like look at that. And if it didn't have these windows, you can really easily like recreate that with like thin wood spandrel or like thin wood pieces for really cheap. Aren't they lovely? Like that? Like imagine. Honestly, like big dream level house for me would be that. I don't know if I'd want it like super big. I want like a modest house, but just Tudor style. Screaming, crying, throwing up. Hi, Fia. How are you? Welcome on in. I'm really glad to see you. How are you? We are, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I want to do for my exterior wall pieces. Or the exterior, like the vibes and everything, you know. Fia, I'm so glad to have you. You're stopping in for the first time. My name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. I know you're not new, but you know, just for anyone hanging out. But I am doing pretty good. I have a bit of I've had a pretty wicked headache today. So we're just kind of taking it easy, building, hanging out, you know, all that stuff. Cassie, I love you. How's my casserole today? I hope my casserole is doing good. My autocorrect changes to casserole. I'm honestly not mad about it. This on the outside though is so cool with the wood paneling. How should I like alternate this? Because I think brick would be really cool, but I'm struggling with like what kind of brick I want it to be. You know, like do I do something like this? Like what looks good with that brown? Like the red is too much in my opinion. The blue's not great. Maybe just like the gray, because the black is almost too much, I think. Right? Like, am I weird for saying that? I just don't think that looks great. And I don't know. Lizzo. Oh my God, you're gonna go see Lizzo. That's really exciting. Shoulder deep in grading today. We're grading hundreds of final projects to grade. Oh my God. So I'm glad to hang out with you whilst grading things. Oh my goodness. Cassie, oh my God. Oh, that's so ridiculous. Tanisha, hey, welcome back. We've got the roof down. Now I'm trying to pick and choose what we want to do for like the exterior wall patterns and stuff. This is usually one of my most difficult parts. Like this is usually where I struggle the most. This is a lot of this. Wait, but like, Nailed the roofing. Thank you. I think it looks pretty good. Like I'm not mad about it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Oh my God. We have Cassie, Joey, and Eva, who are all teachers. We have 3 moderators that are teachers. Like, I think that's insane. Teachers love The Sims. What can I say? And that's it. That's all it is, y'all. Teacher snuggles. I love that. Teachers will rue the world. Teachers love Sims and Zef confirmed. Aww. Y'all are too stinking nice. He loves you. Kind of a little bit. I want Vladdy Daddy to be very fancy. What if I did just do something like that? But then it looks so boring. Honestly, when I do find something, it like, that's it. That's it. This is the one, but I haven't hit that point yet. That looks cool, doesn't it? I think it looks okay. There's something off and I don't know what it is. Is it like, do I think it's too flat? Is that it? Like, is it the top of it that's black that's boring to me? Like, do I just say heck it and go with like all red on everything? And then do something completely different with this? Like the darker thing? Black? Or even like gray, because we did say maybe like a mix of like stucco or something, right? Is something that we did say. I wish this plaster came in different colors. That would be amazing. I know, right? Like Vlad needs his house to be perfect because I want it to look really nice. The red one is better. I think so much cooler than the bricks. Oh, the red one is better. Which one are you talking, Mamba? Like the red, the freeze are you talking about? Because it does tie in like the rest of everything here. And then maybe I could play with like more black colors on the walls. Because I'm down for like changing all the freezes if we think that would look cool. I think that'd be amazing. It'll take a second, but it'll be worth it. Because like I gotta go through and piece all these. You like it? Yeah. All right, I'm game for this. I'm game for that. So that's why I love the collaborative building mindset that we kind of have ourselves in on this channel. Like I take input and take it or leave it, you know, depending on what my vision is kind of telling me. But sometimes when you guys are like, wait, no, do the red or whatever, that does make all the difference. Oops, here it is. And that's how we came up with like the green color scheme of the other house. And I love the idea of trying like different things while also kind of making things feel like they're cut from the same cloth. This is, oh my God. Oh, there we go. We got it, guys. The redwoods panel is different instead of dark bricks. Oh, wait a second. That might be good. Give me a sec here. You know, because that red color, I have an idea. Let me change this freeze stuff. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go. So okay. So words are hard. Ads are gonna play in like 10 seconds. So I usually pause. I'm just gonna change all these swatches while I'm on the ad break really quick. But I promise I won't go any further than just the swatches. But I'll be right back in 90 seconds. Thanks for supporting. Hang tight. Thanks for hanging out. And if you're subbed or in a different country, you will not see a lot of the ads too. Need to use the stuff from the Vampires pack more often. It's so good that Refuse might actually work with those Strangerville doors. It does. Willow. I am a diehard fan of Victorian stuff, as I'm sure you probably picked up by now. But the way that the spandrels work, no, like the way that Vampires things work with like Strangerville is really good because Strangerville is very much so meant for Victorian stuff as well. Hi, Amy, welcome on in. For me, your voice and video out of sync. That's weird. It might be try refreshing, Tanisha. Ads ever. You might also have, it might depend on your region, and also it might depend on if you have like ad blocker or something. Some ornate roof trims. I agree. I would like scream, cry, throw up if they ever gave us like more ornate roof trims and stuff. That would be phenomenal if we could get that. God, I would die. That would be so good. Oh, it's fine. Oh, now it's fine. Aw. Twitch has been a little bit weird lately, like specifically and stuff, so it's kind of weird. I gotta like resist the urge to keep like changing things because I want to be respectful of you guys. Blame Mr. Bezos. I know, I agree. We need to like all give Jeff Bezos a call Be like, stop doing this to us. Hannah, thank you so much for the 3 months. That's amazing. Yay! Hannah,
Yeah,
thank you,
he's
thank you.
friendly.
Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. All I can think of is like, put your back into it. Like there's some song from like the early 2000s. I don't remember what it was. Put your back into it. I don't know. And I don't remember exactly how it goes, but God, that tickled me. Thank you for 3 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being a gorgeous, gorgeous part of this community. So this actually is pretty freaking cool. Like, do we want to go with like a black brick or something? Honestly, that's the golden question. I could try for like that gray color again. Go for something again, and then we could do like... These red ones aren't horrible. Stop it. Wait, I can save on these now. Oh my God. Because these ones fit even better, and they're cheaper! Don't worry. Look at that. Oh. All right, I think that wood looks really cool, but I don't know what I want to do yet for this. But I think we are on to this. I think this is what I want to do for like the exterior points. Look at how cool this is. I just got really excited with the building. Don't worry. Oh. Oh no, wait, it's stuck. Dang it. I know his house, it's so big, honestly. Okay, the EA builds are really, really, really large. Black, do you think black would look cool? Or, ooh, what if we did like a cream? Hold on, Tanisha, you might be onto something. Okay, who says Vlad Daddy has to be all gloom and doom? Maybe we could do cream. I kind of like it. What do you guys think? Vlad's original house. This was Vlad's original house, so we stripped it all down. It's been like, I've been screaming and crying and like kicking this entire time. And it's been miserable. Because that's a very cool toned black. I think that's the reason why like I always struggle to use it. So we have this like gray color, or we have the cream, and I honestly really like the cream. I think the cream looks really cool. And then I could even do like that one. It's like, see the corner trimmed out? On this episode of The Sims Swatcher. Oh my God, for real though. Also, hi Lace, how are you? I know I don't even want to see the inside layout either. I agree with you. This is nightmarish to me. Like very not good vibes from Vlad on this one. It makes me want to cry. Hi, Starry. How are you? Welcome on in. I'm really, really glad to see ya. If y'all like, if you are stopping in for the first time, not Starry necessarily, but anybody. My name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. And we are renovating Vladdy Daddy's house for our save file. This is where we're at right now. Inside is I know the inside is a future me problem, right? I've basically been cursing into the wind at the, what the heck is it called? The gurus. Ever since we started this house. I'm like, this is bad juju. I don't want this. I also don't like this, like I thought I was going to, on this specific tower. So I'm glad that we used all that time to do nothing. But hey, it's fine. Oh, son of a biscuit. Where did that... Okay, it's fine. I can just do this. Not my ADHD building all up in here. Right, like, yeah, it looked good in my head, but then it wasn't good. I was like, yeah, this'll be fine. It was not fine. I'm with you though, Tanisha. I don't really care for that either. I'm also going to, nope, not gonna do that there because that doesn't line up. Hi, Kaya, welcome on in. How are you? We are renovating Vladdy Daddy's mansion. This is base game and thing only. Base game and thingy only. Can't think of the word off of the top of my head. Vampires. That's the word that I am thinking of. That is a good word. But I am doing really wonderful. So we are, like I said, renovating Vladdy Daddy's house. I think he is looking fine. Yes, wait a second, actually. This is not the proper swatch for this. Okay. Oh, wait. Yes. Wait. Oh, it is gold. Okay. Good to know. Sorry, guys, I had to like figure it out. Hi, Kanashi. How are you? Welcome on in. I'm so glad to see you. How you doing? We're giving Vladdy Daddy the renovation of his life right now. And I'm trying my darndest to give it some texture and use this pack the best I know how. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. We'll find out though. I'm probably not gonna like it. I think it's gonna be weird looking. But I do like this tower thing being the color that it is. I think that's kind of nice. Is that Simsy Merch? It is, Tanisha. It is. Kayla's one of my really good friends. I love her merch. I love her. It's fantastic. It excites me. Wait. Ooh. I think these windows are going to have to be a little bit lower. I think it looks a little better anyway. I'm not 100% sure if I love this, but I'm going to keep playing with it anyway to see if I can get something to look good with this. Right, exactly. Exactly. It is really cute how people in the Sims community kind of stick together. Oh, that's amazing. I do love them. I've made some really, really, really good friends because of this community. I'm grateful for that. Ooh, oh no, we don't really have any like bigger red trim. If that makes sense. That one just doesn't look right to me though. Maybe I will put freezes on the top of this, but I don't think we can because it's not tall walls. Oh, biscuit. Oh no, it's got a big forehead now. It looks all silly and weird. I am gonna like bring these ones up a little bit because I think that actually looks okay. Since you were so funny as imposters together, oh my god. And then, oh my god, did you see like the clip or did you see that moment where she's like, hey, we have to get a double kill. And then I was like, on it. And then people ran in, but then someone used like a guardian angel or something. And so she couldn't use, or she couldn't murder with me. And then we were just sitting there. That was the worst, but also the best moment of my life. At the same time. It was so funny. I was sitting there for a bit thinking that she ditched me like a monster. She's like, we should do this, and then not follow through. But no, it was like, because I couldn't see the guardian angel from her viewpoint, you know? So it's kind of just stuck. This is similar to the house I'm working on. Is it really? Oh, that's so cool. I love it, Ice Mage. I don't know if I love this little thing. I don't know what I like about this or what I don't like about this, but I think it's too much. Like all that. Oh no. So what I am gonna do Was it you who got in someone in a stack and then Dan was showing everyone a good vent? Yes. And then at that very moment, I felt really cool. I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I did it. And then I was like, oh my God. But at that very moment, I destroyed the trust of the Sims content creators all together, all at the same time. Like, they will never trust stacks ever again.
Chugga chugga cho.
Oh my God, that was the wrong button.
Cho cho.
I meant to face zoom, not that button. But anyway, that was a wild, wild, wild time though. Oh my God. God, I can't wait to play with them again though. It's gonna be a great one. Ooh, wait, guys, what do you guys think about the dark ones? Does this look okay? Or is that too much? Maybe it might actually look pretty good. But first I have to do a couple of things though. The Simmers were like, we're social distancing from now on. I know, right? They're like, yeah, no, we can't do this. I know, right? Like, it makes the windows pop more. That's what I'm saying too, lady. I wonder. I want to lean into like the red stuff, okay? Like, I really want to lean into this. So I think I'm going to give it a try. I never do like risky color combos like this. Like, I normally don't go with like black window things. I usually go lighter on darker. But, you know, today's a day of just getting weird, isn't it? Not me changing the swatches for the 20th time today. Hey, Lilac, oh my God. Welcome back. That makes me so happy. Oh my God. Hello.
He's F. It's been a while because I've been so busy, but I'm glad to be here today. I'm loving the cozy fall vibes, and you've inspired me to build today.
Aw, yay. Lilac, thank you so much for 27 months. Welcome on back. I'm super glad that you're here. Thank you, thank you. I hope that you've been taking care of yourself, though. I am glad that you are here. Ooh, makes the windows pop more. It does. Some final details to it. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so good. Ice Mage, I'm excited to see what you come up with. It's pretty awesome. Speaking of which, by the way, if you guys don't know, we are hosting a shell challenge, and this week we have some tours. So if that's your thing and you want to get yourself involved, we have that kind of thing going on right now. Oh, that's cute. See, like the exterior trim on that thing? Yeah. Look at that. I don't know exactly like how far apart those are gonna be, but it's okay because I can go right here and I can look at it. Oh no! I don't think I'm actually gonna do anything up here. The fences and the trim work. Thanks! I'm really glad you like it, nerd. Thank you. See, I don't know what I'm doing yet. Like half of these things. I also might do like the smaller roof trim on like these, so we can see these a little bit better. Like all the, like that. Like the fences. Nerd fart! Hi! Welcome back again. Scar update on Wednesday. Oh, the Scar update? Oh, are you talking like Disney Dreamlight Valley? I haven't played Disney Dreamlight Valley yet, but I'm excited for those people who do play it. I just haven't touched it yet. It does sound very exciting. Oop, nope. I want square roof trim. There we go. And we're gonna get some beveled roof trim and some of these other pieces. I think that we can totally do like a something here. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do something with like dark like roofing, I think is what it's missing, or even like a deep red would be really interesting. But I don't think we really have like a dark red color, do we? Like we have this brown that looks pretty cool actually. But I don't think that's really it. I don't know. You started playing today. Nice. Are you liking it, Magic? kind of jealous of you. I was pretty proud of myself. It's really difficult for me to do. Especially since becoming homeowners, I've like have a million and one things that I want to try to get accomplished at the house. Bad stuff sometimes. Like I played a little bit of Coral Island on my own save file yesterday. So basically like the one that I'm playing for myself and not like with you guys, so you guys don't miss like progress and stuff that I'm making. Oh my God, this is looking good. What do you guys like? Do you guys like this? I think it's looking really cool. I don't know what about this yet, but I really like it. A small graveyard. Nice, right? I could see that working. You're overwhelmed. I know the map size, it's really big. Like, I kind of feel the same at parts too. The perfect amount of red. Do you like it? Thank you. Do we want to add like... Oh, it looks really good. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Hi. Is it Alia? How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden, or Aaliyah even. Welcome on in. I'm real glad to have you. Now that part looks pretty cool. Now, I don't know what to do for the rest. But learning the way the Coral Island map, it's so big. It is. It is. Like, I'm kind of getting certain parts down now, but yeah, I don't know. Only one way to do it, I guess, huh? So these, I feel like these windows need to be like in the middle of things, like on 2, because of the way, or like, I don't know how to put it. Because of the way that I'm like handling these wood paneled parts. Maybe I just do this and I can like add my little pillars to things. I don't know what like the right move would be. Hi. Oh, from after watching from the Simsies Among Us streams, that's so exciting. Welcome on in. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate that. I love it. I love Kayla. She's one of my friends. She's amazing. Very good person. Oh no! Wait, I lost like, oh, I forgot like a whole bunch of trim. So we're actually redoing Vlad's house. So, we're working on like a save file and everything. And Vladdy Daddy's house was up next. It's kind of what we're doing. I love the look of some of these things. I wonder if I could do like, oh, you know, it would be really cool. Like these little parts right here. And then just bring this out. Oh, you like the dark red? Thank you. It's different. I've never like done exterior work like this one before. To this like extent with this kind of like woodwork, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Today I'm just decompressing. Last week was stressful. Long story short, my husband's job is shady and they didn't put them on the schedule, so now we're trying to get him a job in that state. At the state, so it's just stress. Oh my goodness, that is so weird. Lady, what the heck? That is just like the worst thing in the world though. Why are people like that? I really hate like right to work stakes. Hey! Steven, welcome on in! How you doing today? Thanks so much for picking us, friend. How you doing? What is poppin'? Beans, make sure you go follow Steven. Steven's a wonderful friend of mine. I love him with my whole heart. So make sure you go give him some love as well. How you doing? Fill us in. What were you guys up to today? And thank you, mods, for giving him some shout outs. You guys are incredible. Hi! Redoing this house and he showed up at my Sims house. Oh, really? I know he has ways, doesn't he? He really does. I love you dearly. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. I know, right? That is so crummy. Very sorry. Hello, Raiders. We are renovating Vladdy Daddy's house. So if you guys, as you guys get settled in, wait, oh, my base game, save file, new crest. Ah, 4 more builds. Okay, that's crazy. Base game houses are such a doozy sometimes. Rose, thank you so much for the Prime subby. Welcome on in. How are you doing? That is really nice. That's amazing. Beans, again, go follow Steven. He's incredible. He's a wonderful friend of mine. He is super sweet. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend over and over and over. But thank you again, Steven, for trusting me with your community. You need to go exercise some good self-care. Please do that as well. Built a townhouse, so I furnished the... Oh, so you furnished one side of it? Wait, oh, really? Oh, that's so cool. So like conjoined townhouses, you mean? Like type of thing? That is so neat. So this is Vlad's house. I'm trying something different with like a lot of the different colors. I don't know how to put it. Like this is different than anything I've ever done before because we're using like the wall paneling on the outside so it looks fancier. That's kind of where we're at right now though. But thank you again, Steven. Oh, that's so fun, May. That's amazing. Welcome on in. Just found you few days from a raid and I'm so happy the new fun safe Sims community. Thank you, Rose. Yay. It's amazing. I always love getting to know new people, especially through raiding. It's like my favorite thing in the world. But welcome, my name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. I am really glad to have you all. So we're working on a save file and all of the builds that we've been working on. So we basically take whatever builds that EA had given, you know, or like put in the game, and then like stripping it down and renovating it. So basically we're treating it like a shell challenge. So I haven't added like anything except this is like a platform like deck kind of thing that we did for Vlad. So like adding decks, changing the roof, all that stuff is completely okay. But this is the original house that Vlad had, and I'm making it different. So welcome. Blood red for the vampire. Yes, exactly. Also, hi, Ginger. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Thank you for that. Welcome. I'm really glad to have you. So now I'm just vibing and trying to figure out what it is that I want to do with this house, really. Playing around with some swatches. And I think a big part of the decision right now is going to be, do I really want this house to be the color that it is, kind of thing. But I think we're onto some good stuff at the moment. But I really like that tower being that color. Like the blood red thing is so different. Like, and I'm kind of in love with it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm also addicted to pillars. So like if there's something that you add to your Sims build that you can't stop, you're just addicted to it, what is it? For me, it's pillars and lots of roofs. So this build is going to be vampires in base game. The red looks so good. Thanks, Jen. It's definitely different from what I normally would do. I normally wouldn't have selected something like this. And hey, Pearly, how the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Nice to meet you. How are you doing, my friend? So pillars, they just add more dimension to things. So I spend money on pillars. It's kind of like my toxic thing. Plants? Okay, plants, totally valid though. I love that. You had so many plants, right? Like, especially if you get me in with the Bloomin' Rooms pack. Oh my God. Whoa, that's the best thing in the world. Like the Bloomin' Room pack or the kit, if you guys don't have that, oh my Lanta, brace yourself. It is so stinking good. Okay, so this like roof trim, I don't think that this would even be like worth it for me to add on here. It's like I don't even think that I could replicate that color. You know what I mean? Are you seeing what I'm trying to do? Like I was trying to replicate that shade of like the detail there, the gold, but I don't think I could do that with the roof trim. Like I kind of wanted to try to do with this one, but I don't think it's right. Ooh, what if I did with like a dark brown where it almost looks like a reddish brown? That could be kind of cool. And you like stick it on the bottom. So it's a free way to kind of add some more depth to things. You see that? Also, hi, Ida. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Nice to meet you. How you doing today? Thanks so much for stopping by. It's kind of specific, but more in cases. I have, so all the doors open to the room they're attached to, and usually the thermostat by the front door. All right, I see that too. Kama, thank you. I'm really glad you like the house. We haven't done anything on the inside yet, but I just know it's coming. We'll be there eventually, really soon, probably. See, like, exterior trims just look really fun. And then, like, the biggest problem is finding, like, the proper colors. See, this exterior trim, I could add, like, that brown, but I don't think it's, like, dark enough now. Also, hi, Pocky. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Nice to meet you. How you doing today? I could even do, like, black around the brim of that one. Like roof trim here around that wall. This adds a little bit of depth to it. Yes, this is going to be base game and vampires. That's exactly right. Hi Mel, how are you? Good to see ya. Thanks for stopping by. We're still renovating Vlad's house, so it took me a really long time to figure out what I wanted to do. Oh, that looks so much better as the black up here. For the roof, it's super difficult because I didn't change a thing on it. With like the shape, I just added, well, technically I kind of did, but I added this like little porch thing, but that was it. And I really had to kind of be kind of picky with that. Ooh, that was difficult. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I could try exterior trim up there instead. That looks so much better. I'm definitely going to be doing that. All right, guys. So Twitch is going to play ads. So Twitch plays ads no matter what I do. And one thing that I do as a content creator is I pause what I'm working on so you don't miss a part of the conversation or a part of the gameplay or the building and what have you. So I will be right back. Thank you for hanging out with us. No plans for the interior yet. It is very big. And it hurts me. But I'll be right back in about 90 seconds. Thank you guys. So I'll take a quick pause. Make sure to stretch your legs and I'll be right back. Well, thanks. Bigger windows that work vampire vibe. There's some Strangerville jungle adventure. We're only using vampires in base game though. But those ones are really good though. Those ones would be really great. Yeah. Stuff. Really great addition to this. Give me just a sec. There's something I want to check really quick before I forget. Something I just wanted to double check on. Ads are almost back. Give me just a second. And I'm back, you guys. Thanks for hanging. All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging out through ads. I try to make that as nice as possible. Back from the ads. Woohoo! Thank you. I really appreciate you guys hanging out through those, though. I really, really do. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all that. All right, these. So these are gonna be like little gargoyle roofs. I think this is gonna be cool. I also want to do like black up here because I think, ooh, I always forget that you can use like the construction quality concrete, which is like a free way to add the color up there, you know, because I don't like, it's there and I just want the black or the aesthetic of it. So it's free and cheap. So that's actually something to keep in mind too. Because the construction quality concrete, like the stuff that's like the basic gray when you like start a room, comes in a lot of different colors. And I honestly always forget about that. So it's kind of neat. Hi, Wheezy, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm doing really good. Have a pretty bad headache today, but I've honestly kind of stuck it out pretty well, honestly. Kind of surprised by that. Not bad though. Ooh, or we could, oh my God, I always forget. Ooh, they're kind of expensive, but they could have been something really cool to add like to the top of these if I really wanted to. But roof pieces are free and I think we're doing pretty good there. But what was I doing? Oh yeah, you really like the red. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it, Sam. So I'm gonna go do decorations on like a statue and I'm gonna filter Martin. Yay! Thank you for 35 months. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you doing
Zef.
today?
Next month will be 3 years.
Oh my Lanta. Thank you. Thank you a lot for that. I can't believe it. That's crazy, Martin. I really appreciate you. You have been here for such a long time, and I'm really glad that you have hung through, like, and just vibed with us for that long. That's amazing. And thank you. I'm glad you like it. Thanks, Lish. Thanks, everybody, though. Ooh, what if I even, like... did that? Oh my God, what? This could be so good. The sensitive sweater, super cute. Thanks, Aaliyah. It's a Lil Simsy merch piece. I love it. It's super comfortable and really soft. I honestly adore it. Very good stuff. So this might not even be, like, I might not even do anything in this area or in this room. But we'll see. Kind of just got to think about where life takes us at that point. Oh, those are so cool. What if I did them in like the cream ones instead of black so they stick out a little bit better? Because the cream kind of goes with like this, right? In my opinion. And so I might do something in red on here, but then that just looks pink and it looks weird. But I think you guys are kind of seeing what I'm trying to do, is make it red. Here we go. Just trying to save a little money. What if I could make it mesh better? That's even better yet. That looks pretty good, I think. Yay! Oh God, that looks so cool. So here's my next question for you guys. A small lamp behind them so they stand out during the night, maybe? Ooh, not a bad idea. Should I add like these in silver or even like the gold color instead? I don't know. Oh, Tanisha, welcome back. I hope your phone call went well though. That's really nice. See, I don't really care for that all that much. Like that tone specifically. Kind of love the gold. Oh, do you really kind of like the gold? Because the silver is kind of like a gray color, but I don't know if I really like it. I know, I wish that, oh my God, I seriously wish that we could do that as well. Nobody uses the gold, right? It's different. It's such a weird, like orangey yellow color though. Oh, you guys do like the gold? Okay, let's play with it. Like here, because I definitely want something that stands out more. Okay, I can get a little bit of money back there. The gold is different though. I think you guys are right. It's kind of growing on me. I'm saving like 350 simoleons by going back there, so I'm good. I'm good on that. By like cutting that off right there on the side. Like, yup, that's the right move to go with. I like it on some things, but not on others, right? I think I've used it maybe like once or twice. In the right applications though, one would agree. So this might be pretty cool. Okay, Burr. What a good boy. He's hanging out in the window. I wonder, how do you all feel about that? And then I could do like little windows or something. I know, oh, the underside being white is kind of like ruining my vibe, isn't it? I hate it. Vladdy Daddy is gonna be avant-garde. Oh yeah. Oh yes, he is, Connor. You understand. You get it. He's going very fancy, isn't he? So satisfying to watch. Thanks, Pocky. I'm glad you like it. I'm having fun. I am. I was really frustrated though. We could not figure out the roof and I was like, oh my God, what if I can't do this? You know, I was having so much anxiety. I want to do like this one right here and then maybe that. More windows, like kind of ironic because vampire and everything, but you know, what if it looks right? So we have like a bunch of these windows down here and like over here. I wonder if there's any areas where I could add more gold roof detailings. I don't think we really have anything else though. I guess there's like technically this one thing that we could add and it doesn't even really have like a gold one either. But I don't think we really have any other roof detailings that we could add that are gold. This one doesn't really have anything either. This keeps getting deleted. Sometimes the game is just really weird. Stay up there. Stay. Now. Yes, this is base game and vampire only. Yep. Yeah, because this is for the save file and whatnot. So it's gotta be accessible. I really like this. Like the tower looks really cool with all the pillars and stuff on it. Okay, so like one of the bigger things that I'm kind of having a question with on the bottom part, I like how I was trying to make this secret and then I put the biggest possible windows on it. Go me! You like the black antenna more, I think? Maybe. Maybe. I'll go look at it in a second here. you're right, because it brings in like the weird purple color. I think that does look pretty cool. I love the gargoyles on the front. Oh, they look so vicious. Hi, Tessa. Good morning. How are you? We're making some pretty good work of Vladdy Daddy's house. I hope that you are having a fine morning. Welcome on in. I don't know what I want to do. Like, do I want to do like all of the brick all of the time here? Or like, what's gonna happen with this? Oh no! All this spandrel work kind of just like appeared. Sometimes it does that. I might have like misclicked something earlier. Something, the flower box section we could use. Oh, wait, gargoyles howl? Oh my Lanta. We might be able to use something like this. I don't know where I would use this though. On this like specific house. There's also like the fountain thing. Hi, Mocha, welcome back. I'm really glad to see you. How you doing? The pointed roof on the tower. The pointed roof on the tower. Ooh. Doing great. How about you? Pretty good. We are working on renovating this house for our save file. So like we're using the save file to basically, oh sorry, words are hard. Words are very difficult. We're going through all the builds in the game and then trying to renovate them for a save file. So I'm using like limited packs and stuff like that. Oh my god, wait, those are so cool. Words do be very hard. Yeah, I agree. I'm completely with you. But I hope you're having a really wonderful Sunday. Thanks for stopping on by. They're to support the roof. Technically, yes. You can also use them like under freezes and stuff too. Let's see. So they would technically go like, they could go here. They just don't, they're really large as well, but I don't really have like a lot of the eaves coming down. No, I haven't done the Kratos makeover yet. But good question though, because I almost forgot about that. I have it written down on a sticky note on my monitor. Yeah, I think these gargoyle head thingies would be better because I have the eaves at a normal level. Like they would be best for this. But since I used like all the freezes and everything all around the house for like the rail work, then I opted to not do that. A winged llama statue in a pedestal or table or entryway when you get to the interior. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be pretty nifty. I do like that idea though. I also really want to do like, here we go. That right there is pretty cool. I'm gonna grab. Here we are. Yeah, I'm gonna put this like right up here on the top of this. That's pretty solid. So one of the bigger questions that I have for like the bottom floor. So I like the color distribution of the second floor that we have at the moment. Also, I'm gonna use like that wallpaper for that little thing there. Like, I may just continue to use some of those, what are they called? Like the regular windows and stuff. But I think at least one little doorway would be good. And maybe like a window right here would be really cute. And then to like another point, I might even put like a door here, like on the top and bottom level. Maybe that would work out. Ugh, this is so hard, this little area. inside. I wonder if I should do something different with these windows, because here's the thing. Those are like on the ground. But then again, like in this little area, that's actually not super bad. Hey, Mandy, how the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. Nice to meet you. How you doing today? You know, like the big tower area, like having the floor windows isn't the end of the world, and I think it looks pretty cool. But my worry about like this entire side of the house being just brick is that it's boring. That is purely how I feel about it. However, something for like a little bit more color distribution, maybe even like on the top level would be cool. Right? That's how I feel. I'm like, this is boring. Cause see, we have like these little window cutout pieces that I've been putting all over the place. There. Bottom red, top beige. Yeah, kind of like this. Like, maybe we could do like another window here if I could figure it out. Because the thing is, I want them to be like in the middle like this. If that checks out. Also, that bothers me. Oh my God, wait, there you go. There's an option. Because one thing that we did as well on a lot of our other houses is we used some of these fake, like, the walls. But we don't have things that would be like dark enough, in my opinion. Because these ones are pretty cool, but it's also kind of like this cool toned gray anyway. I did almost think about adding something like this to the exterior of this one. Male random windows make the wall with the door red. Ooh. The wall with the door red. Ooh, like on both levels or something. That would be kind of interesting. Let's give that a whirl. Because something about this isn't sticking and I do not like it. It looks the same because it is, but and let's trim it with the pillars that we have. There we go. So that's not like all that bad, right? Am I fooling myself because of this window? Like, loving the red. Thanks, Mrs. W. I'm really glad you like it. I am struggling with this entire area. But I am going to give this a whirl and see how I like this. Because why not? Oh God, those windows are very tall up because of the thing. Very interesting how you are going for the same style. We already, there's some differences in how we've done it, right? There's so many different ways to like put it all together. And it's very evident for sure, isn't it? The cool thing about The Sims. All right, so those windows are really cool on the inside. I've never used these windows before, so I'm pretty excited for this opportunity to use them. Okay, we might be onto something here. We might be onto this. I'm also gonna go ahead and do like this pattern here. But then for the top, instead of having stone, I'm gonna go for wood because that makes more sense in my head. Because that's how I feel mostly. So let's go for redwood on the top floor, like on the balcony, and then stone for the bottom. That's come so far. Oh my God, right, isn't it? Oh, so like I love building it's like my favorite thing in the world to do. Oh God, fairy like tail style ones. We did this one. So we all stayed in budget as well, which is cool. So like the overall value of the original home is still similar to what the original one would have been. So like when you get into the save file, then it's translatable. So you're not like moving into like a base game house, like a starter house. That's like a millions and millions or something. But pretty neat. Magic stuff is my favorite. This is a starter home. That means like it's the first house that your sim can like afford and stuff. So it's like 20,000 simoleons are left for less for one sim usually is what it would be. This one came at like 19,983. Right there. I spent every dime that I possibly probably could have. I love that for us though. Need to ask a strictly limited base game and vampires pack. Yes, this is strictly base game and vampires only. So basically whenever we're working on any of these builds, they're only going to be whichever pack they came from and then base game. That's it. And of course the holiday, like the free pack thing, but that's it. It's been challenging because I found myself trying to like think of or like yearning for a specific thing from a different pack and it just wasn't gonna work. Maybe vines. Oh, Emmeline, that's a good idea. We're totally like when we get to that level and when we start working on that, I'm totally gonna do it because I think it'll really start coming together after that point. Sims 3. I do have Sims 3. Sim classes, vampire, werewolf, fairy, etc. Yes. I've never built any houses specifically for them before, but I do have the Sims 3. You like the black foundation? I know, isn't it cool? I want to see what like a black brick foundation would look like. Nope. That's more of like a dark gray. Got it. Also dark gray. Not it. I would agree. I think this one is probably the best. Always lurking, but I wanted to pop in. Hi, Stu. I really appreciate that. I love you too. Thanks for coming by. And thank you especially for the compliment too. That is really, really kind of you. I really appreciate that. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a fine day. I know building on the Sims 1 through 3, that is one thing that I think that the gurus really nailed when they designed this game is the fact that it's like, this game is fantastic for building. However, guys, I really, really kind of like the red though. I think that's fun. It just breaks it up a little more. Ooh. I like that. A black red fence. There's not really one available. I kind of like the one that we have though. I've learned so much about these streams about building the Sims, also real life architecture. Aw, thanks. I'm really glad. Some of them were gold. They technically have like this. Oh, this actually, hold up. You might be onto something with this. Something with more gold. That might break it up a little bit. This is more of like a pale gold. If I do this, I'm changing this up here though. I love that. I think it feels very Vladdy Daddy-esque, doesn't it? Vladdy Daddy. When you do the yard stuff, are you gonna do Spooky Dead? Yes. Probably, maybe Overgrown Unkempt, probably. Maybe Very Dead, like everything's kind of broken and dilapidated, but I definitely see it being a lot of dead stuff. Breaks the red up. Exactly. I think this was exactly what it needed. That's perfect. Oh, that's so good. It does feel so luxurious with the gold, doesn't it? Oops, I forgot some right here. Ooh, that looks so good. So now this fence on the top is a very different kind of like gold, if that makes sense. So I wonder if I could almost go for like the gray brassy color. Hi, Cheesecake. How the heck are you? Welcome on in. There's no other spandrels that really go with that. There's like these ones kind of, but the base game and vampires really don't have like a lot of good spandrels on them, unfortunately. I wish that they had spandrels that would be good for that. But the most gold spandrels that we can get is this. Which I don't think that's really the vibe. Plus like the color isn't really there either. Because this one is such like a pale yellow gold color. Unless I tried like this more brassy color. That honestly looks a little more aged, but there's not really any other spandrels that we could use. Because those ones are very white. These ones are white and like pale yellow. I don't really have anything good. Wait a minute. You seeing what I'm seeing right now? I want the gold fence on the porch, but I decided not to do the fence on the roof, and the trim instead to add a gold color. Ah, that works as well. See, I'm not sure if I really love this. It's not quite right. And like these ones aren't giving like very much of a that like Victorian vibe. Right? Exactly. Like even Vlad has taste. That's too tacky. Goth Queerdo. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. If y'all are new here, my name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her, and I am super glad that you're here. Thanks for coming by. So this like rounded one has the same swatches as the straight one. This. Yeah, perfect. I'm totally joking, of course. Man, it's not good, right? Yeah, I thought it was a little much as well. I might opt to go back in for the black here. I'll just go ahead and like swap some of these. Here you go. Hi, Lemon, welcome on back. I'm really glad to see ya. How you doing today? Thanks for stopping by. We are working on Vlad at his house. That's exactly what we're doing today. I hope you're having a fine Sunday. Sundays are an early stream, so Sundays and Thursdays I go live at like noon Central Time. And for the record, by the way, I will be live early on Tuesday for the Sim Summit, so I want to watch and like live stream that with you guys on that day. I'm very nervous, but also like very excited all at the same time. Like I'm so curious, but also like I kind of don't want to know. The Sim Summit, it's like noon Central, I think. It's like 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, so noon Central. So I'll be live at like 11 probably. Coffee in hand. That's very early for me to stream. Oh, which sucked. Oh no, I'm so sorry that work was hard. That's so lame. Satisfied saw tons of birds. Oh my god, that's amazing. 6 p.m. in the UK. Oh, I'm like, I can't believe that it's happening. You know, like I can, but also I'm kind of mortified at the same time. Like I'm super scared. Oh shoot. Be right back. I'm gonna hang out for ads. Don't worry. And no, this is not alcohol. This is lotion. A spot hair on the lens. Where? Where are you looking at? The lens of like my camera? It is, I think. Where are you referring to, I guess? The camera lenses, front one. Oh, so like my regular one. Only one way to find out after I switch it. Gonna need folks to tweeting a whole bunch. I don't want to watch because of worky stuff. Oh, dang it! Right? Hi, Mysterious. How are you? Welcome on in. Oh, is it right here? That's actually, okay, so my green screen decided it wasn't going to green screen properly, so I gotta go in and like redo my settings and stuff. But it's actually my microphone that is green screened in. It's just Richard. He's just peeking. Richard is just peeking at us. I'm so nervous. Work is very rude. Honestly, work is super rude. And we're back from ads. Thank you again, you guys, for hanging out through those. Took the day off for the summit. I don't want to miss it. Oh my God, I'm so scared. Like, I'm anxious because like I've seen some things happen with like the developers and stuff to the point where like they were getting personal threats for things that the community like didn't agree with. You know? Like, it is not vibey and it makes me really upset. Aw, bye. I'll see you later, Alia. Thank you so much for coming by. Really appreciate that. I will definitely be turning off chat in that stream. Exactly. Like, I'm so... like, I'm ready to fight some people. not really, but just like, I'm ready to just be like, don't be a jerk. Yeah, seriously, Mrs. W, there was a guru who had to put his accounts on private and stuff because he was getting so many threats. Like his wife, his kid. It was crazy. I know the Sims community is great until it's not, and it's horrendous. I know. I think that's like really with every online community though. But you're right though. Like, it was really disheartening to see. And I've never been more prepared to like slap somebody. What are we talking about? There have been moments where the Sims community has gotten really, really toxic to the point where certain community members would like make threats to the gurus and just get really mad and like very violent over things. Like, it's a game. Those are real people that you are threatening right now. Like, and just so you know, I also watch the chat whenever the Sims gurus do anything over there. Like on the official Sims page and stuff, and I ban people from my channel who don't adhere to rules properly. Like, if I see them doing something that's very not okay in like in those kinds of areas, or like in public chats like that, I ban them in my community. And I also do that when I see them in other communities as well. Like, if there's someone that is being hurtful or something, like, just no. I don't even want to just start here at all. And I know I'm not the only one who does that. I know like there's countless other streamers that also do that because we don't have time for that stuff. Just don't be a jerk. I know no one deserves to be treated like that. Sure, like being upset about something is one thing, but it's another thing to like threaten somebody. Especially their family. I know it's really, really, really kind of not good. Very, very icky stuff. And like, sure, are there things that I feel like could go better on the game? Of course. But am I gonna like verbally belittle or threaten somebody because I'm not happy about it? No. Because I also understand that there are certain things that the gurus can and cannot do based on like budgeting or projects that they're assigned and everything, you know? So taking it out on them is simply not a vibe. And it makes me so sad. And I will continue to talk about this. And unfortunately, it continues to happen, so I want to continue to talk about it. They aren't the ones exactly, Sky, and I think that's a really important distinction to make, is that they are not the ones making the decisions. But it happens so frequently, and it's really, really disheartening to me to see. Because, like, imagine having to be public with your job to a point, or like interacting with the community on like social media, and then getting threats because of it, you know? Exactly. And not everyone's gonna be right or happy. And that's understandable, you know? It is. And I get it, and it's valid, and like, we have every right to be upset about things that, or like, you know, want to talk about things that we want to see in the game, but to threaten someone is completely not it. Not everybody, nobody will ever understand the inner workings of a job unless they worked it themselves. There's some things like that they can and cannot do. Exactly. Important to have communication effectively, but not be a jerk about it. Yeah, exactly. Especially to do it like on such a public forum too. Oops. Even if someone is making decisions, there's no need to be abusive and threatening to them. 1000%. God, the way that I agree with you so much right now. It sucks because I thought about being a streamer at one because of stuff like this. Yep. I get it. I really do. There's a lot of very unfortunate things that can go down. What are those? I want these. How do I get these corners to be those? Does anyone have like a trick on how to get those to be better? Because I feel like I can go like this and like make a room and then put it there, but I don't know how to do it. I want the corner to be all cool. Yep, streaming is definitely not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. There are things that do happen a lot to a lot of people, unfortunately. Not to ever dishearten anyone, of course, but it's the reality of things, unfortunately. Gotta try and focus on those who support you being a streamer for one person who has something rude to say. Exactly. Yeah, and that is a very big reality. Yes, it is. And that goes with like any public facing job or career or anything like that too. Oh, 2 tiles long. Oh, man. That makes me really sad. Also, I kind of like this to create like a little bit of a paneled look on there. That's kind of cool. 2 or more. Good to know though. Good to know. I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna put some windows on here. I don't know where I want them to go. I think that this one here. Put it like smack dab in the middle of it. I'm honestly thinking about, well, this front area I think is gonna be platformed. But the rest of it, no. But the front area, yes. Definitely the reality that not everyone is going to like you and have to consider that you're going to be able to cope before heading into it. Yep. Absolutely. Black color. Oh, oops. All of the others are black. Oh, thank you for... Here we go. That's better. Where did I catch that window then? Oh! Shoot, maybe. Oh, no. I kind of like this tower being a different color, though. Would you agree? Because the tower to kind of like differentiate it a little bit. I think that actually looks good in like the lighter color that we have. Yeah, maybe I'll keep that one. That does look nice. Unfortunately, people believe the screen separates them and gives them the option of saying things they never would IRL. It can be easy to forget there are real people at the other end when comments are made. This doesn't excuse the behavior, but can remind us exactly, like, and that's exactly it as well. And like the thing that also kind of divides the, like creates more of that division for certain people. Ginger, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome on into the Beanie Weenie Club. Really appreciate that. Welcome on in. And the thing that also kind of like creates that division for people is the fact that the gurus are a tangible front of the company, if that makes sense, versus like, how do I want to put it? So they get mad at the developers and the gurus because they're like there in their face all the time on like social media versus like getting angry at the company who upholds the rules that they have to abide to. And that's like a really fair thing, a really fair assessment though. Like, sucks. But I will always do my best to things that like, obviously as content creators, we don't have complete eyes on everything that goes on all the time in other communities and everything like that. But as long as I know about something, I'm just gonna be like, all right, bye. I don't want to deal with that stuff. Exactly. You never know what someone's going through. Yeah, that's really important to remember as well. It is. I think this is kind of cute. Put like a little window right here. Honest to God though, I have no idea what I want to do. I like it there better. It looks better. Power black, make it stand out more. Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea though. I cut my 6-year-old's chin length hair to a spiky cut for his first day of public school tomorrow, and he's gun fingers, winked and said to watch out, ladies. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's funny. That tickles me. So cute. You know, if that ain't confidence, then I don't know what is. I love that for him though. Oh, that's so interesting. I really like this. I know, Jovar, I don't wanna floor plan this. Not even a little bit. I'm not looking forward to it. Darker, you want darker? I kind of like that. I think it'd be too stark though. Personally. I think it's too dark. I don't know, maybe? Because there's a very cool tone black and a warm tone one. I'm gonna try for the warm. He's going to the first grade, never been before, so it's going to be interesting. Oh, I really hope that it goes well. Does the black one look good? I think that does look kind of fine. So sad to find out how many people are comfortable saying such cruel things. I've never understood and truly believe that you can manifest positivity and negativity in life. Why risk it? Just put someone down. Exactly. And it's often because those people are uncomfortable and unhappy with themselves. And then they unfortunately project that onto others, you know, and into the actions that they take. Like, I'm a firm believer of that, like, belief system. Ooh, can do like a darker gray. I kind of like the black though for like the exterior trim thing. It's kind of fun. The most adorable thing. I know, isn't it so fun? I hope that he has like, the best day at school tomorrow. That's just a blast. I love it. Do I want to do like only singular windows here and not have these be like on the floor? Because maybe that would look even better, especially from like the interior standpoint. I actually think that looks better. My son got his new glasses this week and he looks like a Harry Potter in them, or looks like Harry Potter in them. He decided he wanted to be Harry for Halloween. That's so cute. I love it. That is the cutest thing. He is the most excited to sharpen his pencil. Oh no, what? Oh my God. Okay, that's really cute though, Toady. He is the most excited to sharpen his pencil. He's gonna show off his new haircut at the pencil sharpener, you know? How we all did it. Got new shoes, pencil sharpener. There you go. Okay, I really like the trim all around the side here. That looks really nice. Happiness is sharpening your pencil. I am very inclined to agree with you. The dark brick in the column there really pops and it's rather usually, but this is great. Thanks, Blue. This is a lot more different than what I'm used to, but I'm kind of liking it. So on this little thing, you know, to define this a little bit more, this might be fun. Can put those here and then I'll put that there. Yeah, we got some pillars. Okay, I think those pillars look good. When you need to stretch your legs or let out energy, sharpening your pencil is the only thing the teacher won't object to. That is fair. However, oh my God, the way that I would riot today though, like I've had teachers in the past that would not let us get up to sharpen our pencils at certain points in class, but also that teacher was kind of a jerk. Oh my goodness. Very old-fashioned. Trying to clean your mic off my stream? Oh no, sorry, Tanisha. I'm gonna add these like little pieces all around. Also, additionally, I wonder... Okay, so those windows look really cool, but I wonder if I could do things with these ones all around the house. Oh my God, look at how cool that would be. Look at that. All around, like, I think that'd be fun. Because they add like a little bit more zhuzh to the house, personally. I'll craft in standing desk and moving chairs. Yup, I think so too. Because so many kids, I know like so many kids that would have gotten in less trouble if they had like those kind of accommodations made for them, you know? And cocoon swings. Yeah, all of the sensory things. Gotta get out the wiggles somehow. I had cups, a sharpened cup and a broken cup because sharpeners are loud and expensive. Also, make asking for wiggle breaks normal so kids can just take care of their needs. Exactly. Like, you know, that is so important. And I'm glad that like more teachers are kind of, you know, normalizing that stuff. Teachers now get that every kid is different. Some might have ADHD and need to do things to stay stimulated. Exactly. Normalize providing students with sensory toys because they're not made to sit still all the time. Yes. And that's why I hate school so much. Like, at least the way that the American school system kind of operates. It's because it's not very friendly to that kind of stuff. It's very antiquated. And some kids don't want to work in desks. They want to work on the floor and sit at a table or standing at the bookshelf, and that's okay. Exactly. Like some kids that I knew just worked better standing up. And there's just, I don't know. I don't know why, but that it just was the way that it was, you know? And I get it. Like I'm not that way, but that doesn't mean that someone else can't be. No kids sit still. Exactly. Like they have to let out the wiggles. That's what I'm saying. A lot of kids have their own too. A lot of kids have their own too, but they are easily lost and an excuse to get up. Yep. Right? Oh my God, what do I do? Do I keep adding? I really like these little feature pieces. All the little thingies all around. Are these cool? You mean kids can be different? Weird. I know it's this newfangled idea. I know it's weird. Right, it's like fangs for the windows. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if these ones would be better black. Wait a minute. Wait, are these? Oh, these might actually be even cooler. Like, instead of red everywhere, what do we think of them being black instead? That could be kind of fun. Because it blends in better with the window. Like, it looks like it was made for it. So I think I like the black better. I think I'm gonna go with black. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I know, right? Like I really, really like the black too now. I agree. I'm not going to do a shelf there because it's like weird and clipping into the roof, so it wouldn't look good. Oh man, we've honestly made way more progress than I ever dreamed of making today, because I thought I was still going to be stuck on like the roof and stuff, or the fact that I actually picked like an exterior color is kind of beyond me. See, I really like the red, but the black just looks better. Hi pros, how are you? Remember the house looked before? Oh my god, it was a very, actually it wasn't really that big of a mess. It was just very blocky. Thank you, Maya. I'm glad you like it. See, just those little pieces add so much to the front. That hood looks so comfy. It is. Thank you. It's Simsies. It's merch. So it's her sensitive merch. Very, very, very cozy. Part of me wants to homeschool my kids because the child development is a big interest of mine, and I could suit their learning to their needs. I also want my kids to socialize with other kids, right? I thought about what like education would look like if I decided to try to have kids one day. And I just don't know, you know? I'd want to do public schooling or like what that would look like. It's really hard to say. Ooh, Tootie's homeschooled for like 15 years. Nice. That's awesome though. So many questions though. I'd be like, I don't know what I'd want to do. I guess that would make sense when it came time. I thought about the same thing. I don't know what is right for the kid until it's time. Exactly, right? Like, and it might even like vary from kid to kid. You just don't even know. Hair scale 1.25 and boom, and then suddenly these fit. Look at how cute. I'm gonna start saying public so they can try, but let our kids decide. Right. And I think that's really cool too, like asking your kid if they want to go to public school or if they want to go to private school or homeschool. I think that makes a lot of sense, honestly. It's a good way to do it. Figuring out something that would make a lot of sense for them. Oh no, did I accidentally like move all these? So they're going, if they don't like it, they can come back home, right? And that could be like for any reason, really. Just not for you or whatever, who knows? Ooh. All right, we've added like more shelves onto this house than I even care to admit. Look at that. So I'm sorry if you use this and then people just set things on shelves, but it's fine. It'll be okay. Wow, I never thought that I would use like a cream brick with like the black thing. I don't know, it makes sense to me. But it's looking interesting. That's for sure. So guys, all right. I think that I am done for the day. Still kind of fighting off this headache. I'm hoping that I can just go like maybe lay down for a little bit or something like that, but I just don't know. But I think that sounds like a lot of fun. So I am very grateful for all of you today. Thank you for coming on by. Really, really do. Works for Vlad. He barely lives in his house anyways. That's fair because he's always home. That is a very good point. Thank you. I appreciate it, Cassie. I'm proud of myself though. 4 hours pretty much streamed. Like that makes me so happy. So I'll be live tomorrow at my 5 p.m. Central Time. Thank you, Tam. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Progress. That is huge. Very good progress, Cassie. I'm proud of you. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. So I will be on tomorrow night at like 5. Halloween alerts and things are coming at you tomorrow, so I'll have those up. And then Tuesday, actually no. Oh my god, wait, we're doing pumpkin carving tomorrow. Ooh. I might be live early. Pumpkin carving and then Sims, or Sims then pumpkin carving. I don't know what to do. I'll figure it out, but I'll post in Discord or like on Twitter and stuff when I get that figured out to see like what order I'm feeling it. But I will see you guys tomorrow regardless. Might be earlier. We'll see. Thank you for coming on by. I really super duper appreciate you. We're actually gonna go raid my good friend who just went live not that long ago. Pumpkin then Coral Island. All right. We need to get ourselves all hyped up for the Sims Summit on Tuesday, which I'll be live very early that day. I'll be live at like 11 a.m. that day. So thank you guys a lot. Make sure to follow on all the social media pages, but I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna go raid my friend Rochella. So she's working on her career legacy challenge today. So if you guys are new here, make sure to hello. I wonder where RoboBean is. That's weird. If you're subbed, you can copy the Zefrine Bean one. So with the Beanie Weenies incoming, otherwise the little hand hearts will do. Also Cylon, how the heck are you? Welcome to the Bean Garden. But just go make sure to tell Shella that I sent you, but I'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, Shella's a wonderful friend of mine and I think you're gonna love her. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for the wonderful cozy Sunday. And as I always say, tomorrow is a beautiful day, especially with you in it. So I will catch you tomorrow and whoop, bye. I'll catch you later.